Hey guys. Hey beautiful people. Hello one Leo. Who is in the house? Is anybody in the building? Say hello if you are here in the building. Eh? Hello one Le. Say hello in the comment section if you can hear me. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Obodo fam, I salute all of you. You're welcome. Can you hear me? I've started though. Are you hearing me? Somebody is saying it looks like she's not started. Tiki talk. Tiki shark. Oh, Bamini. Eh? Can you hear me? Okay. I want to confirm sound that you can hear. You guys know it's happened before. We'll talk for 5 minutes to know that we are talking to ourselves. And in re, Holy Spirit is in charge. Good evening. I salute all of you. My sister is in the building today. Okay. I welcome all of you. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. So, we are back today to share another testimony to the glory of God. This one, I promise you, will knock your socks off. I'm back on again. The first time I heard this testimony, the lady, her name is Abby. She said, "You will not believe it." She said, "Nobody believes my story. Even me, I don't believe it." I said, sister, what have we not heard? We've heard it all, but I haven't heard this one. I was wrong. So I've got my guest tonight. Her name is Sister Abby. She's in the building. But before I bring her on to the show, I just want to do some housekeeping as usual. Please, we are here to learn. We are not here to bash or to abuse or to judge. I'm not a judge. You are not a jury. Nobody's a lawyer. We're not here to judge anybody. We are not here to bash any gender. All we're here to do is to learn, to support, to provide advice and information. Please, that's what we are here for. So take the learning from her story. This is her life experience. She's telling it. Just take the learning as you will from it, okay? And please respect her. It takes a lot for a woman like Sister Abby to come forward to narrate her story tonight. It's not an easy story to tell. So please be respectful whether you're watching now or later on. Most of you are usually is the people that comment later that always like to comment trash, but I am ready for them. The cuckoo know me. My block button is ever ready. I like to block. So you're welcome. Thank you very much, everyone that is here now. Salute everybody that will come later on. Please subscribe if you've not done so. We are going to subscribe only very soon for these live shows. Anybody that is not subscribed, you cannot watch. And if you cannot watch, you cannot learn. People are learning free of charge. We are doing therapy, group therapy for people free of charge. They first subscribe. Mm? So you guys have to subscribe if you want to continue to watch. Please subscribe. Hit on the like button as you come into the studio, and please give this video a thumbs up. And of course, if you have your notification bell on, then you will be notified whenever we go live. Thank you so much, everyone. Right, we're going to jump right into it because we have a lot to cover. Help me to celebrate and welcome my beautiful, adorable, gorgeous, very eloquent sister. Her name is Abby. Hello, Abby.
Hello, Sister B.
You are such a beautiful woman. Honestly, the first time I saw you, I was checking your picture whether you are one of these Nollywood celebrities. And when you told me about your age, I couldn't believe it. You are so gorgeous.
Thank
Ah,
you.
a fine girl, alone, a
Thank
fine,
you.
a fine.
That's
You're
that's
welcome.
after the abuse, though.
Eh, thank God we don't look like what we've been through.
Yes.
Oluwa ṣeun,
Yes.
Oluwa ṣeun. We thank God. You're welcome, my sister.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
So you are resident in Canada, I believe.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Where are all the Canada family? Are you guys here? Your person is in the house, so we have a very strong Canadian group. I don't think you are part of them yet. We'll add
No,
you
I
later
didn't
on.
know. I didn't know there's any group in
Oh
Canada, but
yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
I only admire the one in UK.
Oh
So I
no,
don't
we
know
are
that.
the Canadian group is even bigger. It's
Yeah, I
bigger.
don't know that.
Yeah, US has a group as well. They are even planning to meet
Okay.
up very soon. Yeah, there's a US group,
Wow.
there's a Canadian group. They haven't met yet, but yeah, they have a massive group.
Oh,
50
maybe.
something people in the group already.
Wow. Maybe I will. get to know them today, then
Yes, yes,
I
yes,
can
yes, you
join.
will.
Yeah,
After the
because
show, I'll add you to the WhatsApp group so that,
yeah, please, I will
we'll
really appreciate
celebrate
that.
you. They will celebrate you. Thank you so much, my sister.
You're welcome, man.
So, tell us a little bit about yourself and why we are here today, Sister Abby.
Good evening, my sisters and my brothers. My name is Sabi. I'm a Yoruba lady, 52 years of age. I'm a mother of four, and I'm a social worker. uh,
You're welcome. You're
yeah,
welcome.
thank you, man.
So, let's start from the beginning.
Mm,
How you got together with
yeah,
this person and what, let's take it one step at a time, and the
okay,
learning along the way. We will
okay,
pause and we'll take the learning from
okay.
every bit of it, because it's not just to share, it's
Yeah.
for people to learn as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. What happened is that we are both in Europe. So when I get there, God favored me. I get my paper, I get a good house, get a good job. And I used to help people a lot. When people came from Nigeria and they don't have anywhere to stay, people usually recommend my place for them and then I about them. So there's come a day I help a guy, is older than me actually. So he is a friend to my ex then. So the man now talked to, I think he talked to the man that about woman and other stuff. Then the man now told him that, oh, he knows somebody and the person is this and that and that. That person is the person that put us in the house. The lady is just phenomenal. You know, this kind of a stuff. So one day, me and the man, we went out, we strolled out actually to a park. Then he called. So from there, the man said, "Oh, Abby, can you talk to my friend and say hello?" And he told him to thank me and all those stuff, and which he did. So then that's how we got to know each other. Then we greet each other, and that's the end. So I think some days after or a week after, he called. Then that man is from my side. He's a Yoruba man too, and he's from my tribe. So I mean, at my village. Don't let me say my tribe, my village. So then and he now said, "Oh, Abby, somebody wants to say hello to you," and then he greeted me and I greeted him and all those stuff. That is how the thing started actually. Then we started dating. So I think some months passed by because he lived in Germany then. So he invited me to come over and all those stuff. So I went. Getting down there, I got to know that it's I won't say it's nobody, but he came as a student, but it's not, I would say it's not serious. So first time me getting there, so he make arrangement with a friend that we're going to stay with our friend. But unfortunately, when we get there, he left me at the friend's place and he went out. So the friend now toast me. So then I turned the guy off. So when he came back from where he went, the guy refused for us to stay there. You know, I started feeling uncomfortable actually when I land, when I realized that he took me to a friend place. I started feeling uncomfortable because I've never been in that situation. I've never used that kind of a life. So that is really strange to me. But hey, what can I do? I came from Italy to Germany, so it's something that I cannot, you know. So, but luckily and unluckily for him, he get to know another friend. At the time, that friend is a basketballer. So the guy is traveling out of Germany to go and play in somewhere, maybe Spain at the time, I can't remember. So that guy is the one now accept him for us to stay the house. So we stay in that house.
So he didn't have a place of his own when he
He doesn't
invited
have
you.
a place of his own. He doesn't have a job. He doesn't have anything.
Hmm. Okay.
So that day went by. Then the next day. So at the time, I didn't know that there's this I'm sorry to use that language, but I can't remember the name of the house anymore. But it's a sex industry, something that was built in Düsseldorf. Whoever that know Germany, Düsseldorf, there's a place there that is for the people that do all this nice stand thing.
Yeah, sex
So he
workers.
has a girlfriend there, which I don't know of. So the next day we went out. So he dropped me at African shop because the African shop is along that the house. So he dropped me at the African shop and went to go and see the girl. So later on I got to know that he stayed with that girl in that house, in that says industry house or whatever. So then immediately he left. There's an old woman that is staying and that is selling stuff inside the African shop. The woman is like, "Oh, you this pretty girl, what are you doing with show? This and that and Mr. A and all those stuff." The woman started, she's a mother. So she started telling me a lot of stuff. Don't go with this person is bad and all those kind of stuff. But I didn't listen because one, I was the way I was trained, I was Muslim from background, so discipline, no nonsense. So I look at the woman at the time because the woman, there's a lot of guys there. They are because African shop where they cook and sell all this food. So then the woman keep talking and you understand. She kept talking and she started pointing guys to me like this one marry Oyibo, he left Oyibo. This one is a serious person. This person is because at the time is very few ladies in Germany at the time that so when a black lady, or I would say Nigerian lady, get to Germany at the time, she's hot cake.
Right.
So but in my heart, when the woman is saying all those things, I'm like, I'm here purposely because of this person. I can't dump him and started going with someone else. You understand what I'm saying? So I didn't listen. So when he came back, I told him. He was really mad at that woman and all those stuff. But the one thing I want to bring out of this story is that no woman or a man that go through abuse that did not see the red light,
Mm.
we ignore.
Mm.
Because I see a lot of red light, I
Red
ignore.
flag, red flags.
Yeah, red flag. I did not listen.
Mm-hmm.
So fast forward to when we now, when I went back, I sent money to him, he rent a place and all those stuff, then life started. So the following year, I think I came to join him in, because I think I came to join him in, towards, I think summer of 99. I came to Germany to come and join him. So I left my job. So then I'm still taking my EI and all those stuff. So we're still living. Then when I get there, there's a lot of things happen. There's a day that we went out and we come across a guy at the train station. The guy have acid on him and said he's going to pour it on my ex. I
Uh-uh.
kneel down. Yes, outside. You, I kneel down with my leg, with my two knees, begging the guy at the station. We drag this because what happened, he said that at that time the Aduro thing and all those stuff, I think he collect money from that guy that is going to help him because he's very good in computer, very very good, so that is going to help the guy with the Aduro thing and all those stuff, but eventually it did not. So fast forward, then why now we get married in 1999. So the day that we get actually a lot of his friend has been telling me a lot of stuff, but I didn't listen. So when we now get married, in presence of him, a close friend of his said a statement. He said, "Oh, Abiola, he said, I like you, but I don't support your marriage with this person. I only give you guys 6 months.
Mm.
To God
Mm.
Almighty, I have no any reason to lie on him. I've made that vow. I'm not a liar from the beginning, but I make that vow because I have nothing to gain and I have nothing to lose. I've
Mm.
lost a lot, but now there's nothing to lose again.
Mm.
So there's no reason for me because I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm not looking for justification. Why I'm doing this is just for us as whoever that is in abuse. You see the red flag. Once you see it, please get out. It doesn't matter who position you are. I'm a social worker. I will be the list of somebody that will find myself in that situation.
Mm.
Even from the type of person that I am when I was kid, I vow that I will not marry a Muslim because I believe they are polygamous, they are this, they are that, they are those. He is from a church in Nigeria, well-respected church. Even I can say that is another big thing that made me to fall in love with him.
You fell in love with him because he's a church person.
Because he was born in a church in Nigeria that the church was well respected at the time. They are this. Then I believe that like they are the second God, apostolic faith.
Mm.
Whoever that knows apostolic faith,
Okay.
they were we believe they are too holy.
Mm.
But please, now I got to realize, my dear sister, it doesn't matter whether you're a Muslim, you're a Christian, you are herbalist, you are this. So far, you are a good person on your own. Now I can marry whoever. The only thing is who you are as a person. Because Christian does not make you to be a good person.
Mm.
Muslim does not make you to be a good person. Herbalist does not make you to be a good person. And the same other way too. Is what you choose to be that you be. All these abusers, that is what they choose to, because they rejoice in doing it. They are happy in doing it.
Mm.
It's out of your sadness that they get power.
Mm.
Why would a normal person get power from making other person to die in silence, or make other person torture other person to die in pain?
Mm.
So I call that goes. Then we move down to Canada. So at the time, he doesn't have a paper though. When I met him in Germany, he doesn't have a paper. I'm the only one that have a paper. So I have a paper. I have my job. I'm doing good. So I now promise myself to surrender myself. I don't want to be among these abroad women. Because at the time, not even at the time, even now, you hear people say, oh, they're the woman they brought from Africa. Nobody brought me from, it's my parent that sent me to abroad. I met him in abroad. But I choose to respect and submissive to him. Because I don't want them to say, oh, all the women in abroad, this is the way they do, this is the way they behave.
Mm.
I said, I don't
Okay.
like that name.
So you moved to Canada together
So
from
we moved to
Germany.
Canada from Germany, yes.
So you got married in Germany.
We got married in Germany, yes.
Okay.
Then
All
we moved to
right. Let's
Canada.
let's 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 accelerate the story because we still have a lot to cover
Yeah.
because of time.
So now when we moved
Mhm.
to Canada, a new life. So that is when the abuse has started in Germany, but it's not really open, because Germany is so close somehow, because of they don't have paper, so people don't go out. You don't associate, you know. Everybody is just like run to work, run back home, run to work, run back home. But when we moved down to Canada, Canada is liberal. So it's liberal, where everybody, you get to go to church and meet people and other stuff. That is when the abuse started, at least. So now he doesn't want me to associate with anybody, no friends.
Why?
I think it's power of controlling.
Hmm.
Because I will tell you this incident happened. He doesn't, because when we get to Canada, government will give you money, they will give your child money, they will give your children money. So they started giving us that money, everything is going direct to him. For me, I don't care, because all what is in my brain at the time is, oh, we got to achieve, we got to, we got to make things great, we got to. So I don't care, I don't buy anything, I don't do. So there's one day, and at the time, people try to stay away from me because I look so haggard.
Hmm.
But I don't care at the time. All my brain is like, my husband is the best. All those kind of stuff, because what he told me is always. So there's a scenario that happened. We went to a church that day, and My son used his wristwatch, a small wristwatch, baby's wristwatch. Then he said he doesn't want it anymore. It was so I took it off and I put it in my hand. So one of our church member, she's a lousy person, lady woman. Then she now says something like insulting me with that wristwatch because the way I look, people just talk to me anyhow.
Why do you
You know,
look haggard? Were you not working or did you not have money?
at the time I'm not working, but government is giving me money and my son at the time. So he's the one that's taking everything. So I don't have access to it.
Right.
So and he doesn't buy me stuff, but I don't, I just believe that at the time because all this one bed, people do one bed, they do. And so he would tell me that you are not in competition with anybody and he doesn't want association and all this kind of stuff.
Was he looking good himself?
Oh yes. Oh yes. So
Okay.
so then when the woman said that thing really touched me. Then I was like, oh, okay. Then I cried. I hid myself. I cried. So we went home. I told him about what the woman said. He just ignored. So I think the weekend or something, he gave me a Sears card. So I went to that store. That day they are doing sales. So I bought a wristwatch with the card. It's not a cash, it's a card, it's a store card. So I bought a wristwatch because they are doing sales. So I now met if because he know people. He's a very jovial person. He know people. So I met a guy there. He's a friend to another friend. He's so the guy now has the card store too. He came to buy a wristwatch, and he has they used to give a card point. So the guy now uses card to take my card point. To take the point from my so when the receipt came to the house, I think maybe the guy's card number or maybe the guy I don't because I didn't know he is the one that is in control. The mail boss, I don't have access to our mail boss. He is in control of everything. So it just came in.
That's
It
the letter box where they put the letter.
letter boss exactly.
Okay.
So it just started raking on me, shouting and not, and I'm like, what happened? He said, what is between you and this person? And I'm like, who? Then you talk about the guy. I'm like, between us, I explained what happened. You understand? This guy did not believe me. He made trouble. Then he went to go and meet the guy, friends with his family because he's married with his family. So the lady was really mad. The lady is a friend of mine through him, is a Benin lady. And those ones, once they don't have all this our smesme Yoruba type. No. So
Some of them do. You'll be surprised.
so she was like really mad and give it to him straight away. He give it to him blank blank. So he now called the guy. They now went to the store. Can you see? That is my ex. Me as your wife, I told you what happened. You have to take me to go and disgrace me everywhere. They now went to the store, and when they get to the store now they now explain what happened, and so when he now heard what happened, then he kept quiet. The guy said he's going to beat him up.
So he was
I did not.
accusing you of dating your family friend.
Yes,
Was there anything that happened that made him say so, or just because he
my
saw
dear
the
sister,
watch?
the funniest part of it, to God Almighty who created me with all my children. I'm this type of a woman. Muslim, conk Muslim woman. Another man cannot touch my shoulder.
Hmm.
A friend of his that did it when I'm still dating him. In presence of him, I slapped him in Germany.
Ah, ah.
Because what my culture, what they teach us is that if you are not sleeping with a man, you are not fornicating. But if another man can see your laps, is fornicator. You are fornicating with, or if another man can be having like a close thing with you. So
Contact with you. Hmm.
exactly. So I don't. I've even the funniest part of it, I've never one day think of messing up. Never one day.
Right. So it was just something that he's got trust issues, not because of anything you've done
Yes,
to
it got
indicate
trust.
or to show that you were cheating.
It got trust issue, and later I got to realize that that is their way to diminish you
Okay.
because it happens again. That is their way, and that one is the one that sent me to depression. So that story goes. So when we move from there, we move down to another state. So getting to another state, then I have all my children now. Then I started working.
How
So
many children
fully.
by this time?
I have one before I met him, and I
Okay.
told him, because when I met him, and that's another thing that I want our people to understand. When you
Yeah.
have a child before you get married to another person, please don't hide it.
Yeah.
I told him from day one, whoever that want to marry me, if I cannot marry that boy, he cannot marry me.
Preach it.
That boy will be the first to marry before you get to me.
Hmm.
And he agreed.
Yeah.
But the story changed later. He doesn't want me to have anything to do with that boy after we get
Hmm.
married.
Hmm.
So then we moved to another state. Then I started working. He was working too at the time. He's doing a cab driver. So in 27, we bought our house. We get here in 204. We get our house like a month after we get here. So in
That was quick.
2000, yeah, that's
From is it
because
from the benefit money that you're able to buy a house?
actually what happened is that when we moved down to the state is going through
Oh yeah, recession. You said.
recession at the time. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's going through
Yeah.
recession, so there's no people. So house was so
Cheap.
cheap,
Okay.
and so that is the way we get it then.
Okay.
So in 2007, fast forward to 2007, so the house is already boomed. Then we sold the house. When we sold the house, we gained $150,000. We bought a new place and we developed. Then he said his job. That is when he now realized that his job is dangerous and all this kind of stuff. So he stopped working.
Money has landed. Owo day.
Yes, he stopped
Hmm.
working. Then the
Hmm.
next thing is, he want to go to Nigeria to go and do our project. Okay, he went.
What project?
House. Because at the
Okay.
time, yeah, we're planning to build a school, build a house, and all those kind of stuff. So he went. So going down, when he came back, no any explanation. Whether I buy a bag of cement or a bag of block or no.
How much did it take when it was going
He
from
went home.
from from the money you raised?
Yeah, he went home with $60,000, because at the time we bought a new place, we used 50,000 as a down payment for the new place because the big place, and in
Hmm.
the new, yeah. So we developed the basement. So it went home with 60,000. Nothing to show for it. Nothing happened at home.
$60,000.
Yes,
What
and
year was that?
that's 2000, and it went home in 2008, because we sold the house in 2007 towards end of the year. Then
In
it went home
2008,
in
$60,000 you
yes,
took to Nigeria because
yes,
you want to go and invest. And
and
everything went down the drain.
went down
Nothing.
to drain. And I dare not ask.
Hmm. Did he build the
I,
house? Or did he build
no,
the school?
he didn't build anything, nothing till today, till the day we left depart each other. No single block.
Yeah, Canadian dollar. She's in Canada, so that's
Canadian
Canadian
dollars.
dollars. Yeah, 2,000 Canadian dollars.
So that
Yeah.
went back, and then that is when the financial abuse started. Seriously.
Okay.
So when I started working, my account, because from the day one, he opened a joint account, and that's another thing that I want to point out. Please, don't ever, I said ever, do joint account with any man. If you are going to do joint account, do a joint account, have your own separate account. The joint account, any amount that you and your partner agree to put in joint account, put your own part and have the rest with you. Because that is another deadly action. because
Yeah.
if everything is going
Joint
to be
account.
yes, joint
Joint
account.
account, there is only one person putting money inside. He wasn't working. So how was it joint? What was he putting inside at this time? Because you said he quit his job
Yes,
to do Nigerian waka.
yes.
And you are the only
So
one working. So
I'm
who
the
is
only
putting
one
money?
working, but he's the one controlling everything. My
Hmm.
salary is going to the joint account without me having access to it.
You don't have access to it.
I don't have access to the joint account.
You don't have a card.
No.
Hmm. Okay, go on.
Then my whether my email, my anything from work, from anywhere is going to email. I don't have my own separate email.
You said the one that shocked that made me drop. You said you didn't have a cell phone as well.
Yes. Okay. That one, before I met him, I'm a very strong woman, independent. God helped me and God favored me. When I get to Europe, I get my paper. God just is like things has been planned for me. So when I met him, I didn't know at the time that it's a jealousy thing. He took my phone away, and that is it.
How did that happen? I want to know how it happened. How
Yeah,
did it play out?
what happened is that when we're in Germany, actually, because we're going to anywhere we are going together. So, and he will say, oh, this is expensive, this and that. So we are only using his own cell phone. So I didn't, then there's house phone. So I didn't really pay attention to it because I don't have friends, I don't, so we're using house phone. He has a cell phone, but then so when we came to Canada,
Hmm.
he even the kid
Hmm.
that I have for him, I have 3 kids for him. One boy, 2 girls. So when we moved to Canada, it's like um he has grown wings. Yeah, the because and that's another thing. We women or men, whoever that is going through abuse, we submit ourselves to that.
Yes. Whatever you will not, in my village, they
Because
say that
yeah,
what you will not eat, do not taste it.
because this is now that after I
Yeah.
left, that is when I started realizing all these things.
Hmm.
It's not that I don't see them, I see them, but the way they choose it, you will not your brain is not working. Because I will tell you something, till the day I left him, my brain is not working for me, it's working for him.
Hmm.
It took me a lot of counseling. It took me a lot of um awareness before I can get my sanity back. Because when you see a black thing and you tell my ex that this is black, it will tell you it's a green, and you have to agree. You have to agree
Right.
it's a green. So along the line, so the fun thing is like this man is somebody that you dare not ask a question though. So once he says it is it, and because of the fear, I never have that gut to even look at him and say why. Once Oga say it's
What were you afraid of him, though? I don't understand that fear bit. Because he's your
uh-uh.
husband. You are not meant to fear your husband.
You
You
know
are
what
meant to
happened?
respect them,
You know
love
what
and
happened,
submit.
my dear
Highest.
sister? What happened is that from the beginning, they manipulate you in the sense that they make you, because you have only that person with you. He is your God, he's your father, he's your mother, he's your friend, it's everything you have. So you have to obey them.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Carry
So
on. Let's leave the cell phone thing. So you didn't have a cell phone,
no, I
joint
didn't
bank
have a
account
cell
that only
phone.
you is putting money
This,
in.
yeah,
You bought a
I didn't,
bigger house now. He's gone to Nigeria to waste 60,000 Canadian dollars, and you dare not ask.
I dare not ask. So we continue. So this man, I will keep working and working and working and working and working. So um sometimes I feel really tired, but I cannot say that I'm tired. So I'm 24/7 on coffee. People that knew me then, I'm always with my jug of coffee 24/7. Whether if the weather can be in 100-degree heat, I'm still with my coffee because that is my energy boost. Because I have to work, we have to pay mortgage, we have to do whatever we need to do.
You have to take care of the children. You have to
I have,
feed. You have
yes,
to pay bills. It's a lot of bills.
yes. For and ask people that are in Canada, the more your house is big, the more bills is big.
Hmm. And you were
So
the only one funding all this.
I'm the only one working. So later on, um, in two in 2000 and is it 2010 or 11? 2000, I think 2010. He got a job. No, is it either 2011 or 2000? Either
Okay.
2010 or 2011. He got a job.
Mm-hmm.
So when he get that job, because one is a very talkative person, and then all these people that when they started make cracking jokes, they don't know when to respect themselves, all that kind of stuff. So I think that thing started playing a role with him whenever he's working, because whenever he's working, he get fired so quick that he couldn't hold a job. So,
Hmm.
but I will keep going, and I
You
didn't
told
see it.
me when we were talking that there was a point that you work at night, and
Yes.
he got this job at the post office. You will come back. He will still
Oh
get
yes,
you in the car to
yes,
go and do delivery with him.
yes. That's around 2006. 2006. Yes, I'm working overnight, so I had my 2000, no,
It
2007.
doesn't matter with the dates, and
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
very bad with dates. Don't worry with the dates.
yeah.
Just
So
as you
what?
remember the story. It's not
Yeah.
easy to
So
remember dates and timeline.
yeah,
Hmm.
because what happened is that um I was said I think he had fun in using me. That is what I can put it now. Because at the time I will go to a night shift. When I go to a night shift, I will after I finish in the morning, I will go and pick my daughter where I used to keep my daughter for overnight. I will come back home, take care of the kids and all those stuff. Then he will come back because he got a job at post office as a subcontractor. So he will come back home to come and pick me up. Then we during winter and everything, we will go back to go and distribute meals. That's letters. So then after we finish them, we all come back home. I will start cooking again. And I'm still going to work that night.
Hmm.
I'm still going to go and
That you
pick the
didn't
kids.
have a breakdown is just by the grace of God.
Yeah, that is I believe at the time, because at the end of the day, the COVID has some damage in me. Where
Hmm.
the doctor have to ask me to stop, that I should not take a coffee anymore. So when I stop coffee, then I turn to Coke.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, that is the way we keep going. It didn't allow me to use jewelries, so it stopped me from using jewelries and all those stuff. But to where the total breakdown. Okay, then my son came in 2008. When my son came in 2000, before my son came, I told you that he has been trying all what he could not to bring that boy in
Of
and not to
course.
send money to that boy.
Mm-hmm.
But one
It's
way or
part
the
of it.
other, God see me
Mm-hmm.
through. So when the boy now came in 2008, the boy only stayed home for a month. The second month, he got a job right away. My ex did not allow this boy to use phone too. And at the
Hey.
time, the boy is 18 years old.
Hmm.
It got to the extent that if me and my boy were talking in the house and we hear my ex car doing crane outside,
You
everybody will
run.
disappear.
You disappear. Egungu. You run away.
Both of us will disappear because he dare
Chai.
not meet us talking together. No way.
Hmm.
But still, no matter what, I still support him. Oh, you cannot say anything. No, I will stand for his back. Kpa, kpa, kpa. And my boy is very quiet person. It doesn't. It's not some. He's never disrespect him. Never. never disrespect him. So that goes, and then the boy now get a job, but he didn't allow the boy to use phone too. So when the boy now clocked 20, I called him. Then I knelt down, I begged him that this is not right. This boy has been living a good life before he came from Nigeria to Canada. And now getting to Canada, 18, 20 years old boy doesn't have a phone.
It's because
Whereas,
you grew up in Nigeria.
yeah,
Nigerian
whereas,
children, they can respect and
you know the
respect
funniest part
obodoyibo
of it?
children.
You know the funniest part of his own children are using phone.
The children he has, the younger ones,
Yes, the
your own
younger ones
children.
are using. Yes, the younger ones are using. Even when I'm not using,
Yeah,
the younger ones are using cell phone when I'm not.
yeah,
So that's 2010 when my son clocked 20. And that 2010, for people that are in Canada, they can testify to this. That is when there's a phone company that we call Freedom Mobile. That is when that phone something came to Canada. So they were very cheap. So they now do a promo, and so he now agreed with me with a lot of pleading. So we now went to go and get a phone for the boy. We get a phone for the boy. I think maybe something happened with the phone. Now we went again. So when we went again the second time, this company are doing promo. They will give you three phone with two numbers for a package. So when we now, all of us, him including all the children, we went. So it's a very big mall, popular mall. We were there. He is talking to one of the salesperson. Me and my son were with one salesperson. And then when they said, oh, three, four, this and that, then my mind, something just clicked into my brain like, oh, then you can take one of the phone. My sister. So we now started talking to the guy, and then, because I didn't think of anything that is going to be an issue. So immediately he came and it's like, what? I said, for me. And another thing, I call him daddy. I don't call him by his name.
yeah.
I'm 2 months older than him.
And you still manage to call him
I
daddy.
still call him daddy. Never call him name, daddy.
That's a Yoruba thing, his respect, isn't it?
So then I say, oh,
Does he call
daddy.
you mommy?
No, he call me my name.
Oh, Sister Abby, please don't make me laugh. He said, no, you call me my name. You're calling your husband daddy as a form of you are really a traditional Yoruba woman, I
I
swear.
am.
You live in abroad so long, but you are so traditional in your approach to marriage, I swear.
Yeah.
Daddy call, Zadini,
Ah,
daddy call.
my dear sister. So I don't call her, I say daddy. I say, come and look. Oh, with my excitement and all those stuff, like I'm going to have a phone. As I do that, it's like, inside the mall. Hey, you want to destroy my home? You want to do this? That is, it faced my son, inside that mall, and full of people inside that store. A new phone company open, and is a cheap one, and all those stuff and all those benefits. Everybody started looking at us. I just dropped all those things. I just walk out. I was crying, crying. My dear sister, no sorry, no pele.
Yeah. So the cell phone
So,
matter, your son finally got his cell phone.
so
Let's
my
fast
son
forward.
finally got his cell phone.
Yeah.
So,
We've not gotten to the nick of this matter. Oh
so
yeah,
that
let's
one.
fast forward.
So fast forward, that one passed. Okay, then in 2000 I think I missed in 2009. There's a guy at my working place. To God Almighty, in my working place they call me Margaret Tasha because I
Mm-hmm.
take no nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
So, but to him,
Daddy wa.
but to
Unstoppable.
him,
Is
when at
daddy wa.
work, I'm always, I have all this culture. I always call him. Oh, when he's at work, I say, oh, you're going to be prosper. You're going to be this. You're going to,
So I want you to say it in Yoruba because I have a
I
friend who
started
does
saying,
this. How were you
mi,
saying it?
pẹ̀lẹ́ ọkọ mi
Mm-hmm.
olówó orí mi, wàá
Mm-hmm.
rájé jẹun o, wàá
Mm-hmm.
rájé ná, wàá rí lò, ojú òní tiẹ̀, wàá rí bá
Mm-hmm.
ti ṣe. I started praising because I think if I continue praising him and making him happy, and making him big.
He will treat you better.
Yes.
Mm.
So as I'm saying that, as I don't know that this man has been paying attention to all those my praises and everything to him. The man just look back one day and it's like, do we still have this kind of woman in this generation?
Mm-hmm.
Please, ma, I would like to know your husband. I don't have anything inside my cupboard. He will come to my work as he wants. So he now came. I now tell the man, no, say, this is my king, go. The
Mm-hmm.
man
My
greeted me
Lord, my
because
Lord of
of me.
Lords,
You
and
know
my
the
King of
funniest, because
Kings.
of me, even this man is older than him, oh. Because of me, the man is calling him daddy too, oh.
I know. See, sometimes I like Yoruba culture. I'm very close to it because the part of Edo I'm from is very close to Yoruba. But I take exception to some of these on misplaced respect. DM vlogs. You say it's a proper Yoruba wife. This is how you are trained. This training is very oppressive to women. Please, thank God my sister Fancy Face is here. She's from Ondo, and she said it just now. They train women. We talk about Yoruba culture all the time here. We talk about how Yoruba women suffer. A
Yeah.
lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of Yoruba women suffer so much. I've seen it, okay, because of this same culture. Respect your husband. Ade Oriye. This my sister Fancy Face used to say. When the Ade has become the one that gives you headache, unko, Ade ton for Oriye. And it's supposed to be Ade Oriye. And I said it once, I have an exception to that word as well, because it's oppressive to women to say that a man is like is your, I don't know how to say it in English. Maybe you can help me, Sister Abby. Is
Yeah,
your
king.
crown, is your
It's your
king.
king. Yeah.
Oh, what is a woman? What is a woman? Do you have a
Woman is
title for
woman
women?
is nobody.
Ah,
Woman is nobody. Yes.
this is where the abuse starts from, is from the
Yes.
culture of
Yes.
eulogizing the man and making the man feel like he's all and all, while the woman is nothing. There's a problem with it. It
But
has to be equal.
you know one thing, my dear sister, that I will say, you see, that culture, we can still use it and still be liberal. It's we that we have problem, not the
It gives
culture.
them the leg to stand on. It gives
Because
the
why
abusive
I
men
said
a leg
that,
to stand on.
yeah, because why I said that is that as I am now today, I can still respect my husband if I choose to get married again, but my no will be my no, my yes will be my yes,
Have you
because I
ever seen a
respect
king
you.
without a queen, Sister Abby?
That is why I said
Every
you
king
can.
has a queen.
That
Kate,
is
thank
why
you,
I
my
said
sister.
we. That is why I said we are the problem, because when we call them the king, we don't make our stand to let them know that we are queen.
No, the culture raises you to call them the king. The culture doesn't give you that title.
The culture doesn't give us that title, which is true, my
Yes,
dear sister. But
it's wrong.
now, why I'm saying this is now, whoever that is respecting his husband, there's nothing wrong in it. But the only thing is that you got to let the man know that you are the queen too.
Okay.
If the culture did not say it,
Yeah.
you now got to know that you are the queen. Because if I can call you a king, I have to be your queen.
Let me tell you how bad it is. I want to talk a little bit about this before we fast
Yeah.
forward, because we are going to the interesting bit about Sister Abby's story. Look, the culture that we are talking about, this Yoruba culture, is so bad that in Nigeria, when you marry a man, even the younger brothers of that man and younger sisters, as young as 10 years old,
Yes.
you with your big age, you cannot call them by name. You
Yes.
have to be calling
Yes.
them uncle,
Yes. Yes.
auntie. They will see
Yes.
it as disrespectful calling them by
Disrespectful,
name.
exactly. But they can step on you. They can do whatever shit they want with you.
Is it not an oppressive culture?
It is.
Oh,
It is.
Eshegani. Thank you. Let's move on. We've
So
established that.
so and now, so the man, most of my colleagues, they started calling him daddy, because he will pop into my work as he wants. I'm the supervisor at the time. But you remember, I don't have cell phone. So it will come if my ex call me to my work, which is the law. Anybody that in Canada can say it, is the law. You don't pick phone when you are working,
Yes,
except
not
if
only
it's
Canada.
emergency.
Everywhere in the diaspora, you are not
My
supposed to
ex
pick
will
your
call
personal
me.
phone.
My ex will call me on working phone, the house phone, working phone. I dare not pick it up. I have to pick it up. We will talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. Because if you don't pick it up, it's a trouble.
Trust issues.
Yes. So that one goes. So me, I hate when people blackmail people, or when people do, when you, because for me, even though if you are lying to me, I believe one thing, it's your choice. If I don't know that you are lying, you know you are lying. You are causing yourself more damage, not me. So that man that said, "Oh, do we still have this kind of?" So the man came from US and all those blah 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 story. So one day the man now said, "Oh, he was a doctor in US or something like that or whatever." But my dear sister, I have no business with whether it's a doctor. Should I go to US to go and confirm that? It's none of my business. That is his life. So, because I talked to my ex, I talked to him, I told him everything he's the only one that I have. So anything before I smell is him. Before I do anything, is him. And I believe in this culture of anything that happen anywhere I am, at work, everything, he have to know, so that he can be my at the time. I think the way I think is that he got to know what is anything that is happening around me.
Yeah.
So I talked to him about everything. So when I go home, when I get home that day, I say, "Oh, even we're going out," and I say, "Oh, even see, oh, this man said that he's a doctor in US." He's like, "No way, like if it's doctor, which kind of doctor? If he's a doctor, he will be working where he's working." And I'm like, uh-uh. I said, "Why he cannot work? Even people that are a doctor from Nigeria, some are working in Walmart
Oh
before they
yes.
become whoever they become today."
Oh yes.
You understand? Then I started saying that, because for me, I don't believe in all those kind of lifestyle bashing somebody. My ex take it so serious, oh, my sister,
Mm-hmm.
to the extent that I have to say, "Okay, I'm sorry, oh, I didn't know. That is what the man just told me, and there's nothing."
Something very trivial, very, very trivial. The man
Exactly.
says a doctor. Whether it's a doctor or not a doctor, how
It's
does it
not
affect anybody's life?
God. Thank you. That God bless you. That is where I stand, and that is
Okay.
me.
Let's move forward, my sister, because
So
of
then
time.
that is how I want to go to the stage of depression.
Yeah.
So then that is so, and we talk of that thing, and then everybody keep quiet. I think some month after, my ex now said he dreamed that I'm having something to do with that man. Hey, now I
He
even
has a
when
dream. He
he
has
had
a
it,
dream.
yeah, even
Why
when
is
he
it
said
that
it, I even think maybe
all these men they always dream? When did they become
a dream.
Joseph Alala?
I thought maybe he was joking. Then I'm like, I beg, you understand? I didn't. Then you start again. This is how this thing turned to issue, oh, my dear sister. It get to a stage that I have to naked myself the way I was born, with a Bible in my hand,
To be defending yourself.
to swear that if I ever think, not even with that man, no, if I ever think, since I married you, if I ever think of even look at another man to admire, talk less of even think of anything, this should happen, even to my children too. You understand? With
You're
the whole,
always
because
having to defend yourself over and
yes,
over and over
because at
again.
that stage, you know what, and what I hate in my life, I hate dirtiness. I'm this type of person that I go my own je. I don't, you understand? So the even adultery would be the least, is abomination to me.
And he was accusing you of cheating.
And you're accusing me of cheating. Hey, my sister, nothing. I swear. Do everything. This man no gree. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
We drag this thing. So it now get to a stage, because the man is the same, is coming, is the same. We're worshiping in the same church.
Mm.
Whenever we get to church, my ex will be looking everywhere. Once the man is walking, hey, your friend is here. Hey, your friend is here. Hey, your friend is inside church.
I believe you, Fikayo, that daddy was only mental illness. I'm beginning to believe it now.
No,
Let
it's a
me
psychopath.
Yeah, he has mental illness. Let me tell you something. Somebody came on this show one time and told me that a lot of us, he said, he didn't even say a lot of, he said all Nigerians, all Nigerians have mental illness. That day I quarreled that man. He didn't come back to this show again since that day. That's the day when we just started this live show.
My
He
dear
said all
sister.
Nigerians have mental illness. It's because they don't check them. You
No,
know
but
what? You know
but
what?
serious,
The more I hear this story, the more I want to believe.
no,
Not
but
all, but a
my dear
significant
sister,
amount.
to be
Yeah.
sincere with you,
Mm.
I will say maybe 70%.
Yeah, I agree now.
Seriously.
That a lot of people, because
Yes. Because you know why I'm
hmm,
saying this? I'm going to jump the story, but why I'm saying this is that could you believe that I will still there's still a lot of story, but could you believe that till today this man doesn't do anything?
he
That
doesn't
is his
work. What do you mean
that
he
is his
doesn't do
point.
anything?
Oh, he said that he didn't do anything, oh. But let's
Oh,
forget about
he's not the one with the problem. You are the one with the problem. Yeah.
that is I don't understand yet. But let's
Yes.
forget, let me go. So that one now we so whenever we're going on the street, I don't even know the kind of car the man is using. My ex know the car the man is using. No, hey, look at it. That is impressive of my children. Then that is when I go into depression.
So is this constant accusation of cheating, even though you are this very, very traditional, you grew up in a Muslim background, that you know that a man cannot even touch you or see anything naked around you, that sent you to depression because it was constantly telling you that you are cheating with
Yes,
this
it's
man.
constantly telling me that I'm cheating, constantly saying it in presence of my children. You understand?
Yeah.
And you know when you are not doing something and somebody
And
is
somebody accusing
accusing
is
you of
very
it,
painful.
and you
Yeah.
are saying and you do all you can, and the person
Yeah.
did not believe you, and
Yeah.
this is tormenting.
Yeah. Let me just
It's
interject here, my sister.
yeah.
Everyone listen, we have 922 people watching, ladies or gentlemen, because we have brothers here as well. Let me tell you something. If you are not doing something, and somebody accuses you of it, you don't need to continually explain yourself. The burden on proof is not on you. You see, what you did there, which you were not aware of, Sister Abby, is
Yes,
that
ma'am.
you kept trying to explain over and over. You didn't need to do that. Okay? Once you say it once, I am not doing this, you've had that conversation. Don't ever go there to try and explain yourself again.
But my
Don't.
dear sister, but
It's not
what about
necessary. The
what
burden
about
of
the
proof is on
person is
him because he's
tormenting you?
insecure. No, it's not about what you did. It's about,
Uh-huh.
it's a mindset. There's no explanation that will make him to believe till today that you didn't have
Eh,
anything to
but,
do with
but
that man.
but but you know what happened though? Now, my dear sister, I will tell you something, because along the line, when towards the end of the marriage, I now realize what is happening. You see,
Okay.
all those things that he's doing at that time is for him to kill me silently to the when he's going to achieve his aim, because there's still a plan that he has
It's
that I
unfolding.
don't know of.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
is when he got to the life insurance thing.
Oh
So he
yeah.
has
Let's
tried
let's
all
get to
his
the life insurance. That's what everybody is waiting for.
yeah. So now that one went.
Mm.
So and that is one, and so that goes to 2011. So since I met him in 98, he did not let me travel. So in 2011, I
But he
have
was
to
going
run.
and coming from
Yes, he
Nigeria.
is going everywhere, going to US, going to everywhere,
You
going
are
back to
the you
Nigeria.
are the bank, you are the cashier now. You are the one
Oh
working
yes,
and
I'm
making
the
money.
ATM. I'm the ATM
Mm.
machine making money is going. So in 2011, I ran back home to go and tell my siblings, my sisters, that I'm dying. I can't do this anymore, because the doctor, they have said that I have depression. But even me and him went to the doctor when they diagnosed depression. What do you think a somebody that truly love you or even have some kind of feelings for you we do? Because this happened during the period of, yeah, you are married, this person is sleeping with you, and and one day he woke me up. How many times did Mike touch you? That day,
How many
I,
times did he touch you?
yes, that day, that is the day that I was dead. That
Mm.
is the day that he killed me completely.
Mm. Yeah, pẹ̀lẹ́,
Because
pẹ̀lẹ́.
that day I told him, I sit in front of him like this. It's at night, oh, midnight.
Mm.
I said it's 10 times. When I said it's 10 times, he stood up and he gave me a slap.
So you
And
had to own up. You lied.
because no, the point is when he said, at that stage, I'm dead. I'm done.
So
And
why did you say 10 times when you
because
say you never had anything to do with this man?
why I say 10 times, I'm like, whatever will happen should happen. That 10 times that I said is like giving him like um
Validation for all his
no,
suspicion.
not validation. Like I call him like stupid. Ṣàmọ̀ kéèyàn sọ ní pé ẹ̀mẹ́rò lẹ́ni ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ sùn kó fún ní bóyá insult or something like orí ẹni ò pé ẹ̀mẹ́wàá ni. You know that
Okay.
kind of a language.
You're being sarcastic, yeah.
I'm being sarcastic, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's sarcasm.
So
Thank
when
you.
I
Oh,
said that, he stood up and he slapped me. Then I slapped him back. Then we started
okay.
fighting. So I get a turning stick, break his head.
You
That
did
night,
that?
yes. That night, yes.
Then
because you see, I can't live anymore. He went to my work to go and interrogate my colleagues. I'm the supervisor there. He went there to go and interrogate all the Nigerians that are there.
all your junior staff.
And those one told him that this lady we called her Margaret Thatcher.
But you are always at work.
You know the funniest part of it, my dear sister, and those are the things that is killing me. I don't go party. I don't have friends. All my life is work, home. If my children are home now, if you call them, even though 7 years that I left him, all my duty is go to work, come back home. Go to work, come back home. It's not that I have a grandkid that I will go to my grandkids sometimes to go and babysit. You don't see me. I don't go out. I don't do it. Because my nature, I hate nonsense. As a single woman, I don't want to go and visit somebody and they say, oh, when you get to my house, if you see the way he do his nyash, if you see the way he look at my husband's face, I don't want nonsense.
So you fought?
So I fought that night. But you know what happened? When I fought that night, he fought me, then the house started, then all the kids woke up. That night, he said, me and my son, we should go out. He pushed 2 of us out.
Of the house that you're paying mortgage for?
Yes. Then I started begging again. So we came back in. So that one goes. So let me forget about it. So let's come to 2013. That is when the real life started. So before then, my dear sister, I didn't know that this man is using Juju. Never in my life. Till 2013, I did not believe Juju exists.
Yeah, we are getting to the nitty-gritty, my people. Whenever we talk Juju here, it's the same thing. A lot of people will say there is no Juju with Juju. No Juju.
Sister, I told you that this story, because the way I'm saying it now, it is somehow comic. But if we can sit one-on-one and after I said it, this story never happened. Because me, myself, till today, I never believe this happened. It's a movie. I have a friend that they are in movie industry that approached me to use it as a movie.
Yes,
but I told them that nobody will ever believe you.
Yeah.
Because
all what you see in Nollywood, all of you that are not Nigerians that watch Nollywood character, Nollywood, this is like a Nollywood script. I'm showing you images that Abby sent to me. This is not from
that is my clothes.
This is Abby's clothes. Okay.
My wrapper, my hair tie, and my buba.
I want to show you. This is it. It was inside this.
Saw it inside this calabash. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Tell us a bit about it while we are looking at the calabash from Nigeria.
So actually,
tell us about the life insurance.
I told you that he was in control of everything. The way he's using me, the way he's using my son. He collected $10,000 cash from my son. And he never in his life asked you in a favor. His command. So come to 2013. In 2012, probably, there's hells that happen here, and then the insurance, 2013 insurance pay us $35,000 to do our roofing. So we get someone to do the roofing for $8,000. But that never happened. We collected the 35,000. So as he collected the money, he collected my line of credit. At the time, I have line of credit of 30,000 because I'm working like mad. My credit is superb. He doesn't have credit anymore because whenever if he buy anything from you, he will never pay. I will be the one to pay it. When people started disgracing him, I will be ashamed. I will pay it. He doesn't have shame.
Yeah, this is real Juju destiny. This is not Nollywood. She's going to tell the story. Oh yeah, Sister Abby,
So,
get to it. Life insurance.
2013, all
Mm.
those things happened. Then he said he's going to Nigeria, and at that time he just get a job within a month. I told him not to go. He said he wants to go because money has landed. So he bought two truck, a full load of container. He bought the truck from US, full load of container from Canada, and he went home with $100,000.
Again.
Yes. All my line of credit, all my vacation, all my credit card. I have American Express. People that know American Express, you know, when you get American Express, that means it's something.
Yeah.
So he packed everything, jammed everything together.
100,000 Canadian dollars. Don't
Yes.
forget, he already went with the other time. He
Yeah.
took, was it 60 or 70 he took before?
Yeah. So this time around, that's 2013.
Yeah.
So in 2013, when he said he want to go and do this oil business, I agree with him. So he left. So when he get home, he now called me because whenever I get to Nigeria, another thing, whenever I went to Nigeria, he always stay with my sister, our last born. We are 8. I'm number 6. He stay with number 8, the last one, the last baby of the house. So, and the last baby of the house has been telling me since 2009 that my ex is doing juju. I fight everybody because I never believe in juju and I never allow third party in my marriage. Never.
Third party.
Never allow third party in my marriage. No way. I never reported him to anybody for 16 years that I've married to him. Anything happen, I'm on my knees begging him. That is the culture. So in 2013, when he get to Nigeria, now called me and said, oh, the person that is discussing with before he left, that it seems like the person wants to do prima and all those stuff, that he's not going to do the oil thing again. I said, okay. He said, okay, he's going to sell all the truck. And I said, okay, go ahead. So when he saw the first truck, he told me, before he left, all we agree is 1 month. So all the thing continued. Then going to like a month, I realized that it's not communicating with me anymore. When I called, it's like, oh, I'm in Sokoto, I'm in Badagry, I'm in this.
100,000 Canadian dollar is a lot of money. So
at the end of the
enjoyment,
day,
Faji
yes.
Unlimited in Nigeria.
So at the end of the day, he left my sister's place. So my sister called me, said, your husband is up to something. I shun her off. So he left so I didn't know that he already get entangled with another woman. So now the woman, I think they said that the woman is the you know all these they call them aja olóṣèlú, like a politician dog.
Yeah, oníṣèlú.
Yeah, the lady is involved in politics, and then it's all
and
this
those
like
ones are the king of boys.
Yeah,
Those are the king of boys.
So one way or the other,
those ones are the real king of boys in real life.
He gets entangled with that woman, then they started dating, and then he come from there now that he wants to become is he senator or something? I don't know. So they now started their life. Whenever I call, he will not call. Okay. So we keep going. The second month, third month, fourth month. So when he get to the fourth month, and before he left, actually we have life insurance before then. But when he left in 2013, everything is on me. I'm paying mortgage, paying bills, doing this and all those kind of stuff. So it get to a stage I have to cancel some stuff that I cannot cope. So I
So
cancel
you
the
cut
life
down.
insurance.
You cut down the bills. Yeah.
So I cut down the bills. So in November, I now called him. I said, I cannot pay mortgage um for this month. Things because the kids are back to school, so that he should send money because somebody that went home with all those lot of stuff and you
Yeah.
said that you sold them, of course, it's our
You have
money.
some return. Yeah.
He said I should not worry that he will send it. My ex does not send anything. Then I keep calling. When I call, oh, I'm in Shokoto, oh, I'm in this, he will drop phone on me. So when it now come to December 2013, I now called him. When I called him, he reacted to me so badly that I said, okay, I said, you know what? I said, this will be the first and the last that I will call you. If you want, come back. If you want, don't come back. Bye-bye. Then I dropped the phone. So fast forward to January, it now came. So since seriously, I did not call him again since then. So fast forward to January, it now came. So when he came in January, imagine a man or a woman travel from abroad to Nigeria. Your first priority is food.
How long was he in Nigeria for when he took
6 months.
100,000?
6 months.
Yeah.
It went on for 6 months.
Yeah. The money has
Without
finished. So
without
he's
my
back.
permission, without anything. Our agreement is 1 month when he's leaving.
Mm. What did he
So
do with the money? Did he do any business? Did he achieve
my dear
anything? Is he a
sister,
senator now?
now waiting turn me to waiting they talk. Senator for where? The people where even there for Niger, where get leg, where they get everything, then see senator enter. Can't talk like person will just pick himself, come up for abroad, go Niger, say one go do senator. Which kind
Now,
of
so
senator?
there are plenty like that. So where they go Nigeria, say they won't go be senator, they won't go be House of Rep. When they don't see money carry go. Some go carry their own money, but in this case, now your own now
Now
your blood sweat.
my dear sweet sister. So he now came in January. When he came in January, ordinary Maggie Coop. My ex did not come back with Maggie Coop. That's when I started, and then my sister, our last one, that one she has been raking and raking and raking. That one has been creating a lot of problem back in Nigeria with him.
Yeah,
Because
because
that one see what
she can see what he's
that one,
doing.
yeah, because it's
Mm.
Abeokuta, and that one they are popular in Abeokuta. So she see what is going on, she knows. So that one has been making hell of trouble with him. So when he came back in January, he came back with nothing. So, and my sisters, so the first thing he did, it caused a big problem between me and my siblings. So I blocked all my siblings. I'm not talking to them again. So so after I do that, then everything is fine with him. That is his achievement. You already planned it before he came.
It's orchestrated, yeah.
It's already planned work because he knows that back home, the heat is too much for him back home. So, and with me, they can't do anything. If he already has me, nothing. So when he do that, then I said, okay, let's go and pay the mortgage in bank. Story started. He did not tell me that there's no money. So there's a friend of ours. This person is his own childhood friend. My ex-childhood friend. When they came to Canada, they stayed with us. So before he traveled, that one has been fighting him because that one see the way he's treating me. That one doesn't like it. And if one way or the other, he is the one that is going to bring people home. When those ones see the way he's treating me and they talk, he will fight them and send them out of the house. So that has been the record. So he now opened up to that one. I don't know what conversation they had. He now tell that one about the money thing or whatever. That one now hits me.
Somebody is asking, he spent 100,000 in months. Oh yes.
6 months. It's not per month. 6
CBJ.
months. You stay in
The
Nigeria
money that
for
you
6
don't
months.
work for is very easy to spend.
And you stay in Nigeria for 6 months. He
Oh,
opens shop.
yeah, it's
He
very
opens
easy.
store for his mama friend or his girlfriend or whatever we're going to call her.
Yeah.
So, my dear sister, if you have 1 billion to Nigeria, within 3 months, if you are not careful, you finish it because That one we started calling his family, his friend, and it's a stupid money now.
Yeah.
And stupid people will help you to divine it if you don't know how to use it.
Yeah. It's your money. You are the one that suffered for. If you were the one that took that money, you will not waste it.
My dear sister, I will not lie to you. For 16 years, I did not achieve a pen before I leave. But after I left you, within the 7 years, I give glory to Almighty God.
You were working and, you are doing daddy wa.
I'm a workaholic.
Daddy wa.
Daddy. So that is when the ordeal started, though. So one day we started playing, but I'm not happy, because when he came back, and at this time, I think God has been fighting for me, because before I will never get a memory of thinking, how did you spend the money? But this time around, I started getting uncomfortable. So we started playing, but I did not show it. So we started playing. So when we started playing, we are in the computer room, and I'll say, "Oh, Daddy, open the computer. Let's even see what interest do we have on our money." Because he told me that he put money in a fixed account. My dear sister, immediately the story changed. He gets angry, and he knows that once he started yelling and all those stuff, I'm going to back off.
Yeah. So you wanted to see the evidence of the money he
God
deposited in the
bless
fixed
you.
deposit.
So
He told
immediately
you
I
he put some
asked.
money in a savings
In
account.
fixed account, at least if you put money in fixed account, my dear sister, what's the problem? I'm your wife, and this money is 70% of the money. 80% of the money is my money.
Yeah.
So why can't you open it? Let's see what is the interest. Wanna bust. But I'm just doing this to confirm all what I heard. So because at least when he came back, that one already give me, I will say, 40% clue. Because there's no how you will come back from Nigeria without Nigerian food. You that you are pure, he's a solid man. He will eat in the morning, in the afternoon, at night. So you now come back from Nigeria
He's
without
not a
having
solid
food.
man. He's a lazy man. Which solid man?
Eh?
Solid man. All those
So
lifestyle cost money. You need to be able to work it.
so things go wrong. It started flying up. Then I back off. I make attempt the second time. He do the same thing. Then I back off. So that confirm my, or what you understand. So I kept quiet. So after that, I think in February, he now did life insurance on me. To God Almighty, all this story, I didn't know the meaning. And please don't let me forget another thing. For the years of our marriage, there's this program that American used to show how people kill their wife or kill their husband when they take them out of the country, take them to maybe like a local Europe country, or take them to
Mexico.
Mexico or others. So he liked to watch that program.
He was getting points. He was preparing.
So sometimes I used to watch that program with him, but I don't know the reason why he watched it. But he always watched that program. I'd never one day think of anything like that to me. So he now do life insurance. When he did the life insurance, the day they came home to come and take the blood work, I'm getting ready to go to work that night. So when you are ready to go to work, I'm in hurry. So they did the blood work. I left them at home. I went to work. So when I came back some days after, I said, "Oh, they can't find his vein, so they did not take the blood." I'm less concerned about it. So I didn't think anything.
They can't find his vein. His vein suddenly disappeared.
Yeah, so they did not take his own blood. So I didn't think of anything. So some days after, he now took me to the office to go and sign some papers. So we went to the office, to the insurance office, to go and sign those papers. So when we signed those papers, I got to realize that my oldest son, his name
Was
is
not
not
included
in
as the
the beneficiary. It's
Yeah.
only his own name
And his
and his
children.
3
And the
little
children you
kids.
have with him.
And
Yeah.
those kids, those ones are still little then.
Yeah.
So I signed the paper, we left.
You still signed it, even
I
after
did.
you saw it.
Yes, I did. Because at that time, my dear sister, I will never be under bondage, but I'm still under it.
Yes. Yes.
So I signed the paper, we left. Never think about anything.
If you miss
So
that part,
yeah,
there's something there. If you miss it, let me reiterate, please, my people. He took out a life insurance, okay, of 5 million Canadian dollars,
dollars. Yes.
right? In her name. She was the only one that signed the papers. She is the one paying the premium. And he alone and the three children she had with him are the beneficiary. Capish? I hope you guys understand it very well
I,
now.
I had a son before, so which
Mm-hmm.
is older.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, my son is 20, as of 2014. Ola was 20, kind of 20, 26, 26, 25, or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and he knew what is going on in the house. That's
Mm-hmm.
another thing.
Yeah, he's
He
moved
is
out
the
this
only
time.
one
Mm.
that knew that there's abuse going on in the house. So
Okay.
I signed all those papers, then we left. So when we left, around that towards end of either middle of February or end of February, he now told me that we're going to Nigeria. I never traveled with him for once since we came to Canada. He now told me that we're going to Nigeria, but we're not going to tell anybody. You know, by now, me and my family, me and my siblings, we're not talking anymore.
Mm-hmm. Because you quarreled, yeah?
Because he is the one that created the quarrel. It's not me.
Yeah.
Because when he came back, you know, he was already planting. He knows that at that time, if I still have them in my life, it's possible I will talk to them.
Yeah.
At least if you want to take me to Nigeria, and is he going to tell me that I will not see my siblings if we're
Yeah.
not fighting? So he now said that we're going to Nigeria, but we're not going to tell anybody that we're coming. I said, okay. I was so excited because that is my first time that I would say, okay, I'm going to
You're
Nigeria.
traveling together with him. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but after that, there's something in me that is telling me not to go. I don't know, but that thing just tell me not to go with him. So then I came back. I said that they did not approve my vacation. So it was mad, but at least, you know, they did not approve my vacation. There's nothing anyone can do about that.
And he doesn't
So,
want you to risk losing your job because you are the ATM.
yes. So that goes. So then after that one, so around March, April, my ex just come up one day and he said he want my son to leave the house. What happened? What? No, it first started this way. He said that he wants him to be paying rent. And I'm like, our son to be paying rent in our house. What happened? This and that. Da, da, da. I started begging him and all those stuff. So that one, at least, it's not agree, but it's not hard. So a few weeks after that, hey, is that the way? I think. Then a few weeks after that, he said, so along the line, when he said he wants him to be paying rent, so I now called him one day. We went out, we parked in a place, and I started crying him, begging him that, what do you want people to be saying? What happened? He said that nothing happened. What did this boy did not do anything because he's a very, very calm-headed person. My son never is, even till today. What is so, you know? So we forget about that. So we came back home. After like 3 weeks again, this man just called me. He said he want that boy to move out of the house. He want him to give him a space. This and that. I said, what happened again? Started crying, begging, 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 begging. So that keep us till around July. So around July, he now called me one night. He just wake me up. He said, I told you I want this boy to be out of this house. You did not listen. If anything happened, you're going to be responsible for it, this and that. And I'm like, you know, the way he said it, I was so scared. So the next morning, I call my son. I call his name. I say, you need to leave this house. All the problem that, because at that time though, he has been really, really, because whenever he's frustrating, whenever he's angry with me, he's angry with the boy too.
Yeah.
So he has get to the state that the boy, whenever the boy came back from work, the boy will just pick his food, run to his room.
Yeah. He's not happy
The
being
boy
there.
doesn't. The
Because he
boy
saw the
doesn't.
way he was treating you.
Yeah, he's treating both of us, not even only me, both of
Yeah.
us, because the boy has no say in the house. The boy cannot talk to me when he's around. We cannot sit down as a mother and a son to talk when he's around. No way. My son left here to run away after he finished his school. 2 weeks before he finished his school, he get a job. He went to a place that I've never heard of that name since I came to Canada.
He
None
went
of us
very
know the place.
far.
He allowed the boy move to that place. My ex did not allow me to go with him. We did not allow to. The boy stayed in that place for good 3 years.
You didn't visit him.
I didn't visit him. And it's just a 8 hours drive from my place, which I'm ready to do the driving because I'm a good driver. I love to drive. So that one short. So when he now said I was so scared, so in the morning I just called my son. I said, you know what? I said, you have to leave this house. I said, all this problem that is happening, I don't know what is going on. He said, mommy, he said, I'm ready to leave. This problem is too much. I can't bear it anymore. And you are the one that caused this. I told you I don't want to move back. I said, but as a mother. So we cried together that morning. The boy left. So a few days after, he got a place. So on maybe it's on Friday or something, we're all together in the house. My son came and then he prostrate for him because he prostrate to greet him. He prostrate for him. And now say, oh, Daddy, thank you so much. Mommy, thank you so much. I got a place. I'm moving out of the house today. That because of his job and all those, then he look at me with this eye. Huh? So the boy moved out the next day. The boy left. So when the boy left, then he started looking for peace. With time, I think when the boy left, there's something in me that went with that boy. That is when I started be disobedient. So now I will leave the house. I will go to the boy's house. I will cook. I will take it there. I was totally gone.
Is this the house that you say he lived for 3 years that you didn't go to?
No, that is when he finished his school in 2010.
Oh, okay.
So
This
this
is the
time
second
around,
time.
he got a promotion from his work. They now transfer him back to their company that is in our state where we are. So now he already moved back to the state that we are in 2012.
Right.
No, he moved in 2013. 2013 around November. He was in Nigeria then. And I called him. I told him that, okay, the boy already is buying his own house. So they are building his house.
Right.
So when he moved down, he want to go and rent a place. I now told him that instead of you to go and start paying there, stay, save your money. By the time they finish your house, you can use that money to, to decorate and all those stuff. And I talked to him about it, and he said, okay.
Yeah.
So then the boy left. So immediately the boy left, he started trying to, to now being good to me and all those kind of stuff. But I started going to go and visit the boy, cook, to take to the boy. I would just go to the boy. The boy will go to work. I will go to the house. I go and sit down there because I'm not happy at home anymore at all. So then, and you know that the tradition before is whatever happened in the family, I'm the one to beg. So it started making trouble again with the hope that I will surrender. But unfortunately, I did not surrender. I don't know what came over me. Instead of surrender, I started getting stubborn. But never look at him one time. No, I never get it to him. So then that goes. So we now have a program in church in August. I went to that program it's a 7 days program or something. After the 7 day, there's something in me that said, go and talk to the pastor. Because at this time, there's, the whole house is in disarray. We're not happy with each other anymore and all this stuff since the boy left the house. So I started saying, no, I don't want to go and report because you already told me that once I report him to anybody, that is the end of the marriage. That has been our culture from the. So I said, no, I'm not reporting him.
That's another red flag there.
Yes. So
that's another red flag.
Yes.
When you are marrying, it's not only you two people that got married, there were people there.
No.
There's nothing like, don't report me to anybody, don't tell anybody. Okay, because there's another incident that happened. The last lady that came on the show, the husband was saying the same thing. Kò gbọ́rọ̀ sí mi lẹ́nu. He's always judging me to people.
My dear,
Please
my
speak
dear
out.
sister,
Tell people.
yes.
Talk.
And another thing, whenever your husband or your wife is telling you, don't move with this person, don't move with this person, everybody is not good.
It's a
Please
sign of control.
go turn your back fast.
Yeah.
Because they use that thing to drive people away from you. My ex will go to any extent to insult you if you come closer to our family. If you are outside, you don't have problem with him. But once you step into the house, that is possible for you to see that there's a problem in the house, it will go to anyhow to fight you.
Right. Okay. Let's fast forward now because
So
we've done an hour and a half.
yeah.
Accelerate the story, my sister.
So now after the program, there's something in me saying, go and report to the pastor, go and tell the pastor. I said no. But the day that I went, the day the program finished, I don't know how I get to the pastor. I just told the pastor, I said, something is not going right in my home. Immediately, and our pastor, they are very good. They are Nigerians, but they are not Yoruba, but these are the people that God used. So they now, immediately that night, they came. So once they came, he didn't know that they are coming because I didn't tell him anything. So when they came, Sister B, what happened? This and that. And then we called him because it's in upstairs. We called him, then he comes down. So when he came downstairs and he saw them, he was shocked. Then they now say, oh, they greeted him and they say, oh, what happened? This and that. Then I put the story. And I'm still saving my marriage. So what I put outside there is only about him asking my son to leave the house and about the money that he took to Nigeria, and there's no explanation for it. That's the only two things. So when they asked him, he said, oh, ask him, who is she? She's this. She's Mami Water. She's Betty of the Flyer. She always fly in the morning. She always... When did I become Mami Water? So if I'm Mami Water since this, therefore don't kill you, because all what you are doing to me. So the pastors now say, you know what, forget about the Mami Water part of it. We're going to deal with that. But what this woman is saying is this and this. And my dear sister, I did not allow them to talk. That is what they do throughout that night. Then they left. They came back the second time. No explanation. So the second time when they came, there's one of our pastors that came with them that day that is in Nigeria too. He do business and he's now saying, you know what? And I'll say, you know what? Ask him to open the computer and show you guys the money. Because you understand what I'm saying? Show you guys the money. The man now say, Pastor A, you know that I am this. I'm in Nigeria, I'm doing my business in Nigeria, but my wife is the one that control everything. She knows the password to the account, she knows everything and this and that. So for you to have that kind of money in account, there's no way you are not going to have emails and something that you can open. So there's nothing big deal. So now, when all those things, all of them now, they know that it's lying. Because if true you have money there, it's not going to take you all this nonsense. So they now started another story that, okay, maybe I should just look at it like maybe they rob him, maybe they do this.
They rob him of how much?
Abby. So now they came back the third time. So when they came back the third time, he drove them away. He said, no, they should not worry, they should go, he will handle his thing. So they now left. So after they left, now, you know that when they do life insurance doesn't kick right away.
Yeah.
It takes like maybe 30 days or something before you can cash the money out. So I believe, get to know that he already make an attempt to take me to Nigeria.
Yeah, and you
which
didn't
it
go.
fails.
Yeah.
So they now call us. This is September 14, 2014. After
Remember the dates.
It's on Sunday. The pastor now call us to follow up, like, okay, how far? Oh, he said, oh, I'm okay. Everything is fine. I'm not okay. He's not sleeping in the bedroom anymore, and he's not eating in the house. But upon all, me, I'm not doing joint account anymore. I said, I'm ready to pay 70%. He should be paying 30%. But joint accounts, no way. I'm not doing again.
That's a very big problem there. You
So
are
when
the
I
wife
said that, I
paying
don't know that that
70%,
is the
and the
beginning of
husband
my
as the
ordeal.
ade ori e, the owo olowo ori e, your king,
That is the
your everything will be
beginning.
paying 30%.
That is the
Wrong.
beginning of my ordeal. So
Mm.
when I now said that, he now said a statement. He said, if you want her to settle with love, we settle with love. If you want her to settle with the other way, we settle with the other way. To God Almighty who made me, I don't know the meaning of that. At the
Yeah.
time, I'm still, even all what I'm doing at that time is still just shakara. Oh. I'm just doing all those shakari for him to know that I've get to the, you know that when you started beating goat and you keep running, when you get to a stage where you can, there's nowhere to run
We'll
to,
fight
you
back.
will
Yeah.
turn back. That is what I'm still doing. Oh, I never even think of leaving him. Oh, I just want him to know that I've get to the edge that there's nothing in me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So when he now said that, I now say, I say, okay, I say, if because of joint account, we cannot settle with love, then let's settle with the other way. Oh. To God Almighty, I don't know the meaning. No, me, I'm just shakara. Oh. This man stood up and he walked away. Then I burst cry. They started begging me, pleading, another. Then I left. I came back home. So that's on Sunday. My night shift starts on that Sunday night. So I dressed up, I went to work. On Monday morning, which is September 15, I came back home. I took the kids to school and everything. Then he now came him at the back. I said sorry. At the back of his car, I said sorry. Then he continued, and the next thing is like, it said, I get a job in US, 2 weeks off, 2 weeks on. I said, inside myself, thank God. If you go, at least the house will be peaceful. So that's all what I think. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
on that Monday night, I dress up again. I go to my night shift. Before I came back the next day, Oga don't disappear.
Hmm.
So as I came home, it's not at home. My mind, I'm like, okay, thank God. He left. You know. So then I keep with my normal life. I went to work, I came back. So I went to work on 17. I came back on the 18th. Took the
Do
kids to
you
school.
have any holiday? All the time I went to work, I went to work.
My dear sister, there's no holiday. You used to, because ask anybody in Canada, you can catch your holidays money out. Never go for vacation one day. I always cash my money out
You
for
can't do
him.
that here. It's actually against it's
Here,
against labor laws here.
I don't go for vacation. Here, whenever he build money, sometimes I will cash out 10,000, more than that. He will build the money. When the money is a lot, he will ask me to request for it, and we cash it out.
You can't do that over here.
So,
Women, men, please take your vacation. No, no go die
so,
because of work. Oh, now this life they meet work. Mm-hmm.
so, um, so I now I now came back on September 18th. That's on Thursday morning. So I took my kid to school and everything. So I shower. I was not happy. I just came back to the living room, sat down on the couch. It's like somebody walked to me, and the person is like, go upstairs, pack your stuff, and leave this house. Then
Hmm.
I'm like, pack my stuff and leave to go where? And what is the problem? Kí ni nǹkan tá a ṣe ń fà tí mo fẹ́ kó kúrò nílé? The second time I hear the voice. I started complaining. I don't have any, which is true because he was in control of everything. I don't have any dime on my own. And then I'm like, I don't have any money. Where am I going? Kí ni nǹkan tá a ṣe fà tí mo fẹ́ kó kúrò nílé?
Have you?
You know? So the third time, I did not hear anything. It's like somebody just grabbed me, took me upstairs. I used garbage bag, Massa. I used garbage bag to pack my stuff.
Bean
Only
bags.
my stuff. Everything that concerns me from my head to toe. Only my stuff. Our house is 8 bedroom, big house. We have a basement. All the room have the kids set, TV, everything. I did not take a disposable spoon out of that house.
Hmm.
God is my witness. If I purposely want to leave the house, I believe I will took everything out of that house. I did not take a disposable spoon,
Eight
except
bedroom
only
house.
8 bedroom house.
The
Only
kind of
my
houses you could
stuff.
have in Canada, eh? Ah.
I took only my stuff from head to toe. That is even now I will tell you that I'm not the one that packed the stuff, because that time I'm not ready. I don't know what came over me. I don't know at that time. So we pack. I take the things out. I started having instructions. Go to this person. People that I don't know. Till they take me to shelter.
Hmm.
My dear sister.
Okay.
This
You
is
went to
when
shelter.
this
Yeah.
is where the power of God manifests.
Hmm.
I went to the shelter. I left September 18th. September 20th, I had an accident. My car is totally right off. He called me with a private number. He spoke with me. He is the one that is confessing this. So I didn't know that my ex is at the Babalawo place when he called me.
Hmm.
My car was right off,
Hmm.
but God saved my life. So to cut the story short, he came back in October, first week of October.
He told you he was going to the US, but he went to
He told me
Nigeria.
he went to Nigeria.
And you said you forgot that bit where they heard him. He was saying Olugbon, where he was saying
That is when he
Olugbon.
came back. That is in
Oh,
October when he came back.
okay. He came back.
When he came back in October, we're supposed to go and see him. But that day I was supposed to go, my son was playing soccer that day, his own firstborn. The boy refused. He said it's not going anywhere. That is how we did not go. That is how God saved my life. Another time. So because that time he just came back from Nigeria, I didn't know that he's doing juju. At all this period, I didn't know that juju is involved. Because that day that we're supposed to go, if to said I went that day with those children, it could have hit me with something. Because I don't have the knowledge of juju at that time. And imagine he went home with my clothes
Yeah,
to
these
go
are
and
the
do juju,
clothes.
and I'm not aware of it.
These are
So
her
now,
clothes.
yeah, I
Hmm.
now came back home. By the time that he came back home, God already took me out of the house. So you know that now he already knew that I'm out of the house, but he is already full prepared himself
Yeah.
with all the jujus. So
Yeah.
me, I'm not aware of it. So if I mistakenly come that day, it could have hit me with whatever they gave to him to
Yeah.
do, and it'll be, So, and now, so we did not go that day. So the following Sunday, me, all the children, we now went. When we get there, we knocked the door. He opened the door. The kids greet him. He answered his own children. He did not respond to me. He did not respond to my son. Then I said, okay, daddy, let's talk. Because all the kids' stuff, everything is still in the house. I
Yeah.
didn't take the kids' stuff too. I said, we need the computer so that the kids can be doing their homework. And I need to take their clothes. He said, no. He said they should be coming here to come and do their homework. They
You
should be
are still
coming here to come and...
asking for permission
Yes.
to take stuff that you probably paid for.
Yes. So
Hmm.
when I said that, so along the line, my sons realized that he started getting agitated. And he's a very tall and heavy person. So I know the way, so that won't forget his phone inside the car. He run outside to go and get the phone inside the car. So when he started doing that, I already know who he is. So I just passed through the kitchen. There's another exit at the kitchen to the garden. I mean the backyard. So I already passed that place to the exit there. So my son is just coming from outside. He just grabbed him. You, this bastard, get out of my house. This and then he started shouting and all those stuff. You hijacked the boy, started pushing the boy. Then I started shouting, please leave my boy. Please leave
That's
my
your
son.
first
Leave my
son.
son. That's my first son. Leave my
That is
son
not the
alone.
father
This
of the
and that.
first son. Yeah.
No, it's not the father. So leave
Yeah.
my son, this and that and that and that. Then till we get outside, he did not leave the boy. So when he started choking the boy, I said, I will call police for you. He did not listen. So when I realized that he's choking the boy, then I now call police. So when I call police, he knew that I called police. He just leave the boy. Once he leave the boy, said, wait for me, I'm coming. And then he ran into the house. Me, even his own children, they did not pick their shoe. Everybody disappeared right away. So, but to God be that glory, because God wants to be my witness. Could you believe that God asked somebody from Nigeria, his own person, his own blood brother, friend, to call? And that one called him. He get him on the phone when he's yelling and all those stuff. Then that one said, okay. That one just dropped the phone. He called his family here, his church member. You know, they are this church, you know, their church is like a court. It's like a court. So he called those ones. So
Church member
so
that is
all
doing
his church
juju.
member from here, they came over.
Mm.
They
Mm.
witnessed everything by themselves. So this time, it's me. I don't have to tell anybody's story. They saw him. You know, when somebody is possessed,
Mm-hmm.
that is the way he's acting. All his eyes ball is out. He's
Mm-hmm.
big. He's,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you can see that there's something in him.
Mm-hmm.
So when police now call me, because you know when you call police, they have to come over. So when they come over, they say, where's, I say, oh, I say, yeah, we're just going through separation, that he walked, he went down that way. Whereas it's inside the house, but I don't want him to have a criminal record. Because if you look at my boy's neck, there's
Max.
scratches.
Mm.
But I lied to police. I said that he went that way. So that, because if I said it's inside the house, they will cut him red-handed. And they would take him away, because the way he is, men forget it. I'm still covering him up. Oh. So police left. So now, then, you know, the people now involved and other stuff. So the brother's friend's wife now call me like, okay,
Let's
let's talk.
let's fast forward because of time. We've done almost two
Okay.
hours.
So
How did you discover this juju bag?
okay, then. So when that catastrophe happened, I get to realize that when he saw me, he picked something in his pocket, put it in his mouth, and started cursing. But for me, I don't believe it's juju at that time, because I didn't know that he went back to Nigeria. I thought he went to US. At the time, I didn't know. So now, in the evening of that day, our tenant called me, because our tenant is a Yoruba too. The lady called me and said, Auntie, say, call your people since morning. Baba has been calling Olugbomu, Olugbode, Olu this, that he has been doing incantation and all those stuff. That even there's one that he said, Ki ota omo mi ko yawere. That is my firstborn.
Yeah. Yeah, this boy that has been fighting. He was praying that the enemy of that boy should go crazy, to run mad.
So
That's
so
part of the
when
incantation.
So when the tenant now called me and told me that, then I now look at what happened in the afternoon. So I now call my sister, my senior sister. You know now, moti fori kogbe. I have to go back, see biti moti buwon. So mo wa pada mo lọ pe senior sister mi. So I now call my senior sister that, wahala don burst to see what happen, no. So but unfortunately, that period fell into Muslim
Fasting.
festival period. So my junior sister, she was with because she's a Christian now. So they always go to my sister during Muslim Salah to go and visit. So she was with my sister. So immediately I call, and when I said that, and my sister's like, "Yeah, pa." Then my junior sister said, "What happened? What happened?" And my senior sister said, "It's your sister is on the phone. See what they said. This person did." And that one say, "Agbọ́kọ lórí pàǹtètè. Ṣé mi ò sọ fún ẹ tẹ́tẹ́lẹ̀ láti 2009 kan ni mo sọ fún ẹ pọ́kọ ẹ ń ṣoògùn." Then you know that one started insulting me. Then my senior sister was crying. You know, everybody was started crying on the phone. So where are you now? What to do now? So when I now confirmed that, but still another thing, still I'm still fighting that it's not true, because in my head I'm still believing it's not true. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know why I'm still believing it's not true, but in
Mm-hmm.
my head I'm still convincing myself that it's not true.
And
But
this
all
is
the
your
time,
buba and Iro and buba inside calabash.
so along the line, when this now confirmed by my tenant, I now look at it that this is not case of pastor or anybody. So I have to go and take restraining order against him with my children and all the stuff. So we did that. So the case get to court. So we're in court doing all the stuff, and that time, you know, my sister now confirm it. that when he came home, that my junior sister now say, oh, my sister, that the husband just left last week. That is a friend of hers that saw him at the other woman's place, that told her, and they went there and she confirmed it.
And this is
Then
somebody that told you he was going to the US.
yes,
Ashe, it was Nigeria he went to.
yeah, he went to Nigeria. So now, so that is when we now know, okay, so now I went to court, take a restraining order and other stuff. Then that is how the court started. But when the court started, a lot of things happen. I've been in a walk, that I'm at work one day along the line, because whenever we go to court, my dear sisters and brothers, he came to court with Juju. That sometimes, even not even sometimes, quite few times, whenever there's one time that he attacked my lawyer, the judge did not say anything. But because I say ha, the judge said if I say anything again, they're going to persecute me. Because
Tell
whenever
us how you discovered this bag.
okay, so that thing, so after a year in 20, I think that happened in 2015. If you could remember, I left home September 18, 2014.
Yeah, to go to refuge. Yeah.
Yes. In December 2015, so the court now order that I should go and sell the house. So I called the realtor, I called my lawyer. So we went to the house. So actually, they have been giving him time to go for him to live by himself. He did not. So the court now order. So the order now said, if that day comes and he did not, that the police will go and and evacuate him. So the police went. So when the police went, they called, they do everything. They now came back. They said they don't believe that there's anybody in the house, or maybe it's in the house. They did not respond, but in the front of the house they saw a camera, so it's possible maybe you've seen them. And so they now say, okay, that I should call a locksmith to come and open the door. To do that, and to cut the long story short, eventually we get to realize that he has lost the house. Bankers took the house from him. So, but he didn't tell me, because you remember that so his email and everything. So the bank has been writing and doing everything, but I didn't get anything because everything is in his name. Everything
Email.
goes to
Remember
him.
that she's the one that is working,
So
right? She's the one paying the mortgage.
My lawyer now
So the period. Can you hear me, Abby? Abby, are you hearing me?
So they now say, okay, I should go to the house.
Hello, Abby, can you hear me? It's like there's a sound problem there.
I believe that the day that the bank foreclosure the house, maybe he traveled or he's not around. I don't know, because all the stuff in the house is still there. So we now.
Yeah, so I'm trying to paraphrase that thing that you said. Can you guys hear me? Because it's like Abby is not hearing me. I think she's walking to the car.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm hearing you, but you didn't hear me.
Oh,
So
what
I
is
just
it?
wanted to paraphrase that point because,
Okay.
you left the house to go to refuge, and you said that for the period you left the house, it wasn't paying the mortgage. And because you didn't have email, the bank were sending letters to his email, and you had
Yes.
no access to it.
Yes.
And for a period, he wasn't paying the mortgage. Remember, she's the one paying all the bills, right? When she left the house, the mortgage was not paid for a long time. So by the time they came, the house was already put in the market by the bank for repossession. Long story short, they repossessed the house. Who daddy why could not pay mortgage? Oh, they repossessed the 8-bedroom house with basement. They lost everything. Daddy why did not pay mortgage because the slave has left the house that was paying
Yes.
all the bills.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted
So
to make sure people understand that.
yeah. So now so we now went, me and my son and the people from the bank. we now went to the house. So after we look around the house and all those stuff, so on our way going out, I just saw a bag. That bag actually, if you look at it, because I sent the bag too. If you look at the
Yeah,
bag,
let me check the picture.
you see the traveling tag
Yeah, I
with
saw
his
the traveling
name.
tag. Yeah, I didn't want
With
to
his
put it.
name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw it.
Yeah, with the name and the date.
Yeah,
There's date there too.
yeah, I
So
saw it.
we're already going out, and that's something in me just say, go and check that bag. Then I went back. So I just opened the bag. When I opened the bag, I saw a calabash. I'm like, what? So that give me some kind of something to look. So I opened the bag.
This
So
is the
when I saw the
calabash.
calabash,
Mm-hmm.
then I went to go and take a broomstick. I used it to hit the calabash. So when I hit the calabash, I saw a cloth.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm like, what? Firstly, I didn't know it's my clothes, but I just then that now give me the more energy to break the calabash more. So
Yeah,
when I now break the calabash, I now use the stick to pull out the cloth. Then I saw
yeah,
my buba.
yeah.
Whoa! The next one, my ear tie. The next
Mm-hmm.
one, the wrapper.
Yeah,
Then I scream and now call my son. So that one came back inside and saw me, and I'm like, see, the kind of feeling, the kind of panic, shock, scared.
yeah. This is
So
real juju. For those of you that say juju is in the mind, I
so
pray
I
that they
now
don't do you
pull,
something strong. Hmm.
all those things. I pull them out.
Even
So
the
when I
Bible says that there are powers and principalities. These are powers and principalities.
so
Hmm.
I now pull all those things out. So once I pull them out, if you look on the floor, you will see all the black powders.
Yes, I saw
That's
it.
all
It's there.
those black powder are from those clothes.
Yeah, this is it.
So that is when I now, I just snap that, video it, and then pack it and put inside in a garbage bag and all those stuff. So we left. But now that I saw this now give me um more, I would say more strength to keep going there, to go and look around, because I'm this type of person that I don't search house. From 16 years that we have been together, I never one day took his phone to search. I don't do it. I never even think of it. So I now started going there. I started, scattering the house and all those stuff. The more we scatter, the more we find. The more we scatter, the more we find. So that
Yeah.
is when I now like, okay, yeah, this is true. Now you confirm. Before it's hearsay. Now
Mm-hmm.
I confirm it.
Yeah.
Now I can now go back, because during all this ordeal that we're going to court and all those stuff, there's a day that I was at work at night. I'm not sleeping.
That's the bag, guys.
I sat
That's the
down.
bag. That's the bag from Nigeria. That's the bag that Daddy Wa brought from Nigeria.
Yeah. So I think what happened is that when the bank locked the house, he was not around. Because if he's around, he will pack all those things with him.
Hmm.
So
See
I was at
why you're asking whether people are still so diabolical. They don't write it on anybody's face. So
my
they
dear
told you that
sister.
this person is a CAC person who
It's
is
not
a
it's
church
not
person.
CSC, it's not CSC, even CSC still do juju. This is the apostolic church.
Apostolic.
Apostolic church.
They don't write it on anybody's head, though. Guys,
The
please,
apostle, he
let
was
us give.
born and brought up there.
Hmm.
And this is the way his dad treats his mom too. Because when I
Okay.
met him, he's not talking to his dad at the time. It's because they said that this is the dad that killed their mom, because their dad is abusive to their mom too.
Okay. This is what we'll talk about children learning abuse from their
Yes.
parents. Okay.
So my dear sister, it is
You
when I
said
saw
something
this.
there. Sorry, my sister Abby. We've
Yeah.
done 2 hours. I've never done story 2 hours, but your
Sorry,
story is
okay,
very
go
long.
ahead.
16 hours.
Hmm.
16 years. Sorry, guys. 16 years. You said something there that these clothes, if not that spirit told you to leave the house and you ran to the refuge when he was in Nigeria, The plan was for him to put these clothes among your clothes, then you carry it and wear.
My dear sister, this plan, because it is after all this thing that we now connect everything together. His plan is for the life insurance.
Yes.
Because now, you remember that he has planned to take me to Nigeria to go and kill there. And he will come back. Because first thing, please, let's ask us this question. Why he make life insurance on me?
That you are paying the premium.
Nigeria.
Yeah, you are the one paying the premium, no?
I'm the one paying. Even the funniest part, you came back from Nigeria. You and your woman are still in trouble. You went home with over $200,000 without no cover. The next thing you can think of is to go and do life insurance again.
Yeah.
Why?
Because he took 100,000 cash, then he had 2 container. He shipped 2 truck loaded with stuff. Okay, so you guys that don't believe, you never believe Juju. Juju is not real. Go to Ijebu and tell them Juju is not real.
Okay, because somebody that came back from Nigeria in 2014 January, why is the next target is life insurance?
Straight from Nigeria. After 6 months.
Yeah, I get married to him since 1999. He never took me to Nigeria once. Why did you have to take me to Nigeria in 2014 after the life insurance?
Thank God for the Spirit of God. Your enemy will not have returned from that Nigeria.
Then why did he refuse my son to leave the house without any offense? All his plan is that because he knew that now that he cannot get me to go to Nigeria, he is going to Nigeria by himself to go and bring the Juju. But if you bring the Juju back, if my son is in the house, that one hear Yoruba, that one know what is going on in the house. The little one didn't know anything because I did not let them know what is going on in the house. So even though if he's doing the incantation,
it's not only in Juju. Yeah, I can hear you, my sister Rita. Everywhere in Nigeria, they have Juju. If you're an African, you better believe it. And you know, Juju to kill people and make people mad is cheaper. Somebody told me that 200 naira, you can do Juju to kill somebody. Daddy was a Juju priest. Life insurance, 5 million. Lori, life insurance, 5 million they took on Sister Abby's head. The one that paid me the most is that she's the one paying the premium. She's paying the money again. So that if her enemy dies, this Daddy will still collect the money. This is the height of wickedness.
Yes.
Is the height.
That is his plan, because at that time he's still pursuing Senator back home.
Yeah. Okay.
So
thank you. Yeah.
So that's how the Juju thing happened. And you know, I believe that once they get to this level, my dear sister, believe it or not, no going back for them.
So you lost everything. You lost the house. Of course, you couldn't pay for it.
I left with zero. I left him with zero. I left the house because I don't want people to say I live in because of the property.
Can you see that's another mistake? That is another mistake. I don't want people to say. I don't want people to say it is your money. Okay? You are the one paying the mortgage. You don't want people to say, but you know he's not working. And that one has allowed house to be repossessed. Who lost? Both of them. Especially you, because you contributed more in this marriage.
I'm the one that lost everything. I won't lie to you, because you see what happened is that these are low life people. They don't have life. So they don't have anything. They don't have anything to lose from the beginning.
Yeah.
It is the other party that has millions of things to lose.
So how is it now? You said after how many years you've left him? You left him. You were saying something about he begging or something like that.
Yes.
Like, did I mistakenly hear you when you
about
spoke?
2 years ago? About 2 years ago, started begging. But what happened is that for me, I still believe that, because when I was in the shelter, there's a counseling that I went to. When they look at his character and everything, it come out that he's a psychopath.
Somebody is asking on the comment section, my sister, have you canceled this life insurance? I know you told me
that's
before.
the first thing I did.
Yeah.
The first thing I did.
Yeah.
I did that immediately. Immediately, the everything scattered. Yes, I did.
And how many years now since you left this daddy wa?
I left in 2014. It's 7 years now, I think.
And you said he's trying to come back again after
Two
dating
years
other people.
ago, yes, two
Mhm.
years ago, it started coming back. But whenever the first time he sent somebody, I told the person, I said, and the only prayer that I want to pray for that person, that everything that I go through, everything that I saw in that marriage,
You
that
should
person
see it
should
too.
pray it for his own child or his own
Yes.
sister.
Yeah.
Then the person ran away.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then then he sent some pastors. And I told those ones, I said, well, I said, the only advice I can give is that if you have a daughter or you have a sister, to God Almighty, if they are going to do wedding, if they invite me, I will come. For you to know that I'm happy for him to go and marry whoever.
Have you divorced him officially,
Oh,
Sister
my dear
Abby?
sister, long time ago.
Okay. Good woman. Good
Yeah.
woman.
Oh,
There's
nothing,
no matter
not going
how you
back.
do mumu, one day your eye will be clear. I believe your deliverance came
Yeah,
the day
you
you
see
left
what
that
happened?
house.
You see what happened, my dear sister? For me living, to God Almighty, is not me, it's God. And you know, whenever God starts something, He will finish it. He will not do it halfway. Because if it's halfway, I will go back.
Yeah. So all of you listening to me, especially you, my Ghanaian lady, there's a Ghanaian lady that I particularly want to learn from this story. I spoke to you yesterday extensively about that Juju pastor that brought you from Ghana. I hope you are listening to Sister Abby's story and you are learning. You never go back to your abuser. Never. Never. There's nothing to go back to. So yeah, I think we can draw the curtains here now, except there's something you still want to say. 2 hours. Oh my God, your story is very, very long, but there are so many lessons to learn. So what do you want women to learn from your 16 years of, you know, working, enslaving yourself, trying to do the good Yoruba woman, culture, wife, and everything, and it backfired?
Yeah. What I really want women to learn is, one, watch your surroundings. Don't trust, and neither a woman nor man. Once you smell abuse, don't trust them, because they never stop. They
Whew.
can pretend. Maybe once in a while, when you try to act, they will pretend. But believe it or not, they can only pretend for days. They are going back.
They
And
never
if they know
change.
what, yeah, and another, if they know what you are up to, then that is deadly.
Hmm.
If once you make a move, don't go back. Because, like, for example, look at mine. If to say God did not take me out of that house that September 18, if we came back home, put that cloth inside the other clothes, I will wear that clothes, and whatever will happen, will happen.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, people will sympathize with him,
Yeah.
because it's this kind of person that all the abuse happened only in the house. When he
Yeah.
come outside, it's a different man entirely.
Yeah.
And nobody will ever believe my son,
Yeah.
because they will say, because it's not his father, because
Yeah.
guy is not his father. And even imagine when I'm still alive and he's doing incantation for the boy to run mad. So
Hmm.
imagine if already even achieved to kill his enemy. That means he will turn that boy to run mad for real before anybody will even be able to
There's
ask
a
anything.
testimony about your son now. I want you to share it where your son is now, because a lot of people were concerned because of the abuse he also suffered from this demonic daddy was hand. You said
Well,
that you are a
I,
grandmother now.
I thank God I'm a grandmother now. He get married. Yeah.
Hallelujah.
He went to my he
Hallelujah.
got married in 2018.
He's bought his house.
Yeah, he bought his house,
Oh,
have a beautiful wife.
hallelujah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
have a
He's
beautiful wife.
married, he's got a child, he's doing
Yeah.
well for himself. We thank
Yes.
God. We
Yes.
thank God.
Yes.
Congratulations, my dear
Thank you
sister.
so much. Thank you so much.
Wow. Wow. You see,
So,
something that I'm taking away from your story is that a lot of people are saying that you say you're an independent woman, and they have a problem with the fact that you say you are independent, and yet a man was able to use you like this. Being
Uh,
independent or thinking independently or being a very strong woman doesn't mean that you will not be abused, though.
my dear sister, please, can I quickly say something there?
Okay.
Yeah, the point that I want to bring out there is that when you are dealing with people with juju, it's not you. You are
Hmm.
already another person. Why I said that when I met him, he's a bloody liar. And I told him, I have people that are living witness. They are in Ireland. People that know him before me, before I met him. I told him then, if you go outside and lie, I will disgrace you there. And I did it 3 times when we newly started. So
Hmm.
that is before Juju came in.
Hmm.
You know that he already knew that, oh no, this person is a strong woman.
Hmm.
Because till today, after I left, me myself, I don't believe that this happened to me.
Hmm.
My family, they don't believe this happened to me because we are 8 number. I'm number 6. I don't praise myself, but I'm the smartest one of them.
It can happen to
It can
anybody.
happen to everybody, oh,
Anybody.
because
Anybody can become a victim.
you know
Watch
that
and
one,
pray
I'm going
so that
into
you do
that
not fall
marriage.
into temptation, Jesus
Yeah,
said.
I'm going into that marriage with an open heart. I
Hmm.
went into that marriage with, I'm going to be your mom, I'm going to be your dad.
Hmm. And that's another mistake.
Yes,
Never be a mother except to your children.
yes, yes, that's a big one.
You said that
Because
when we were talking. I'm going to be your mom. I'm going to be your dad. For what now? Why?
yes, that makes you
Please.
to tolerate every shit and nonsense.
No, don't be a parent only be the parents to your children. Don't parent adults, Biko. I'm begging you to read alone. And I'm sharing my link now because, oh my God, what a testimony. What a testimony. Our sister Abby, you are indeed a very strong woman. And you said that from therapy, you were able to understand a lot of things. They told you he's a psychopath and everything. Did your children have therapy as well when you were in the shelter?
At the beginning, no, because you have a lot of impact in them too.
Yeah.
At the beginning, no, but later, yes. Because at the beginning, me myself, I'm not myself. The juju thing is still going on. So sometimes there's a lot of attack after I even left. There's a lot
And you
of
said
attack
something
there.
about your prayer life. I want you to tell us a little bit about your prayer life.
When the incident happened, I throw myself to God, because that is the only way that I believe that I can get through, and that is the only way that I get through. Because there is physical attack, that sometimes I was at work and something they call that thing shigidi.
Mhm.
Shigidi came to my work
Who
with a
can tell us
cane.
what shigidi means in English?
I
I
can't
think
even
it's a
comprehend.
demon.
It's a
Demon. Yeah.
demon with a
Yeah.
cane in his
Yeah.
hand.
It's demon. Yeah. Shigidi is demon. All the Yoruba people in the house, what is shigidi? Is my sister still here? Fancy face. What is demon? What is
Shigidi
shigidi?
with a cane.
That be juju be that.
So
All right, shigidi came to visit you at work. Hey,
yes, with a cane in
Olodumare.
his hand.
Ọlọ́run bí lè wọ ọ̀ṣọ́fà. Ẹ gbà
But
mí.
I throw
Eh?
myself. That time I'm a prayer warrior by myself, because I don't trust anybody at that time. So I do my thing by myself. I cry, I pray, I sit down. Sometimes I don't have the energy to pray, but I will sit down like I'm communicating with my God.
Hmm.
I'm telling God, God, if I can get through this,
Hmm.
if I can get through this, I keep telling God, and I keep reminding him that all what you said a virtuous woman should do. I think if you search me, if I did not qualify as 80, 90%, but I tried, because I was totally submissive
Hmm.
to this man. So look at that I've never, even my own siblings, they will call me, let's buy a plot of land for you. I will say, lie, I will not
When your
shit on
husband
him.
is there. When your
I will
husband
not.
is there.
I said that's a shitting. I will not shit on him.
Oh.
So I
Mm.
went to him
You did the
with
right
a
thing.
goat
It's
in
just
my
that,
hand,
yeah,
but
you did the
I
right
came
thing.
out with
Mm.
empty-handed.
No, it's
Empty.
not empty-handed.
Zero.
When we spoke, I told you, my sister, no, you didn't come out. You came out with your life. That's not
Yeah.
empty-handed. You came out
And
with your children. You came out with a
yeah.
testimony.
And
What's
I
more
thank God.
important than life?
And please, my sister, I want to say something. For most of women that they will say, I'm staying there because of my children.
Yeah.
That is not true, my dear sister. Please,
Mm-hmm.
if you say you are staying in abusive relationship with because of your children, you are destroying them.
When
If
you,
I stay, because why I'm saying this, my daughter, my second daughter, she's 19 now. She said a statement after we left. She said, if we're still with daddy, I will become a wayward child.
mm,
And she's a very quiet one. She doesn't talk. And my firstborn, his own first child, first son, if we're together, that boy could have been a foster child. Because at the time, because his abuse, he was controlling too. So his abuse is already extended to the kids. He would dictate what to wear, what to do. And the boy, at the time, the boy is 13, he has started challenging him.
Does he have contact with them now still?
Oh, yes, I do. I allow him to have contact with them because he's still their father.
Are you going to go back?
Me? I said, if he's the only man left, I would rather remain single till I will die. And can't talk less of, it's me that is not ready to marry.
So he
A
cannot
lot
tell
of
anybody to fund his lifestyle. All this while that you have separated. No more Nigeria. Is he still going to Nigeria?
No way, my dear sister. I can tell you it's all his voice message. Now he's begging. Yeah, he's for me to even pay my rent is trouble. For me to even this. So what do you want me to do about that? For your
Why?
agent to come?
You shouldn't even allow him to send you a voice message. Block him, please,
No,
my
what
sister.
happened is that whenever my kid went there to go and visit him,
He will use
he
their
would ask
phone.
the kid to call me.
Mm.
So when the kid called me, then he will start talking because I don't want to listen to his bullshit. I will just record him because it's somebody that when he says something now, he will go out tomorrow and say, if you see, she come to my house yesterday, started begging me.
Yeah, it's not even about that. Let me tell you the danger of it because he's a demonic person who uses African juju. Juju is real, my people. I'm a spiritual person, and I will tell you
It's
because
real, oh.
there are forces, their spirituality, their
It's
powers.
real, oh.
Whether you
It's
believe it
real,
or
oh.
not, some people don't believe that there's God. It doesn't mean that there's no God. Okay, some Oyibo people will tell you they are atheists. They don't believe in God, but we know that God is real, right? Whether you believe it or not, the juju is real. The danger of you allowing him to have contact with you, to send you voice note or to speak with you, is that he can use that same shigidi or the juju that he will get. They can post him juju. He will use it to talk to you. So it's very dangerous, my sister.
Yeah, I've talked to the kid now that whenever he asks them to call, because the kid are still, you understand what I'm saying? So whenever he asked the kid to call me now, I talked to them. I said they should send me a message.
Yeah.
That he's the one that asked them to call me.
No more contact. Contact is very
So
dangerous,
once
my
I know
sister.
that, if they call, I will not pick their phone because
Yeah.
what I used to pick their phone is that whenever they are there, I don't know, I don't know what can happen. So when they called me, I have to pick in case of
Yeah,
any
it's good to pick.
emergency.
Speak to your children, but never ever listen to his voice
Yeah,
again. It's
yeah,
not necessary.
I've stopped it.
Yeah,
I've
he
stopped
cannot
it.
pay his rent. Alakpama shishe. Let him go and work.
Yeah, I
He's
calculated
wasted
back.
over 200, almost 300,000 Canadian dollars of your
Yes.
sweat. He's wasted.
You see
And he
that
cannot pay
house,
his rent.
that he lose. That house, we do the appraisal of that house in 2011. We already have $150,000 on that house as of 2011.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, my sister.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you so much.
Your healing is permanent in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Your
Amen.
testimony is
Amen.
powerful and
Amen.
it's permanent in Jesus' name. Thank you. I celebrate you.
Amen.
It is well with
So
you.
much.
Don't worry. The Lord has already wiped your tears.
Amen.
Okay. Now
Amen.
we're going to allow people to come and, what do you have
Okay.
to say? Rao is the first person I have, and she's our prayer prophet in our group. Sister Rao. Ah, Rao, are you there? Unmute yourself, my darling. I can't hear you.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sharing my
Auntie
link,
B,
guys.
sorry. I've been talking to myself all along. Auntie B,
Prayer prefect is here.
you're,
Oh.
you're giving me title, oh, that I've
Yes,
not
so
accepted. Oh.
yes, you have to accept it. You have no choice. It's self-appoint. I'm appointing you as a prayer prefect.
See, Auntie B, this thing,
Mm.
Auntie B, jazz is real. I
Let
won't even
them be
lie to
arguing with
you.
themselves. Let them be
Jazz
arguing.
is real.
Huh.
Oh my God. Take it from someone that has seen it firsthand. Jazz is right before your eyes like this. It will look like magic. African magic, Nigerian
Yes,
film.
so
It is, I'm telling you, Auntie B, this is not even a joke. The first time this thing happened, because I think the issue is when you are in a circle and you've grown up in a particular way and in a particular group of people, you're just in your own bubble. You don't know what's going on. You are just ignorant and extremely naive of the real world. And that's what I was. Even my mom. I was like, the first time I saw the jazz happen, I didn't even know it was jazz. So I didn't know what was going on. So of course, as with spiritual things happen, they don't make sense physically. You'll be seeing these things, you're not able to put one place. You're like, what's going on? You don't understand. When the jazz has now come off, you now start connecting the dots. Then it now starts making perfect sense. There's so many things that she said that resonates with me. But Auntie B, you see what she saw? It was small. I'm telling you, her own was small. My own, you see that jazz? That one is all principality. Oh. My own was principality and powers, rulers of darkness in high places. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. What she saw, that was small.
Your own is more than Shigidi.
Auntie B, wait. Initially, it started with scratches. I'll just wake up in the morning and I'll see scratch on my body. Like like someone literally scratched me. I didn't understand. What was it? I have scratches on my body. What's going on? I said, I'm sure you slept. It's when you slept, you scratched. I said, but I've been sleeping and waking up for so long before I met you. Why would I be scratching myself? I didn't even have sharp nails to start with. I knew the kind of scratches it's like claws of. And then it was like something must be wrong with you. Go and go to the doctor. And I stupidly went to the doctor. To the GP. GP assessed it. GP said, but this looks like claws. It doesn't really look like fingernails as such, although it's carved out as fingernails. But this looks more like claws. And
it's in the night when you are sleeping that happens.
It's in the night, Auntie B. I wake up in the morning and I just see them, all sorts on my body. That's how they first started. And then the GP said, do you have pets at home? I said, nothing of that sort. He said,
you said you have pets that is scratching you on the bed.
Because the thing is, there's no logical way to explain it. Yeah, there's no way to explain. If we had pets, I would have sworn that it was a pet or it was the animal in the house that was causing it at that point in time, because I just couldn't understand what it was. And then she said, this looks like it was done deliberately, the way the marks are carved. Yeah. I said, well, I couldn't have done it. So I said, scratch yourself really hard. And I did it several times. And she was like, no, it's not human nails. This looks like animal. Something like an animal.
This looks like
as a cat. Auntie B. Then my mom now and I started telling my mom, this was going on. My mom, she didn't understand. And then she said, okay, do you know what? Let me connect you to this pastor, talk to him, and then let's see. And then I spoke with the pastor, and the pastor said, wait, when you have your bath, does it hurt you normally during the day? I'm like, no, it doesn't. It was like, but when you have your bath and you pour water on it, then it has a very sharp pain. I was like, yes, exactly. He was like, that's a satanic. He said, see, my sister, if you can be waking up, he said, I'm telling you that thing happens between 12 and 3 a.m.
Of course.
I said that should be right, because I probably went to bed at 11 o'clock the day it happened. 11 a.m.
And that's why night vigil is very powerful.
8 p.m. when it happened.
Principalities.
So he now told me, he said, wake up around this time. If you can pray around this time to protect yourself, Psalm 91. And then let's see what happens. Auntie B, when he told me that thing, I now just couldn't sleep for some reason. The sleep went off.
Somebody say you should put camera in the room. So you think it's what camera can see?
What camera?
All these people, you are naive, Sha.
Auntie B, wait. I'm not even.
You think camera can see principalities?
Auntie B, wait. As the prayer started, I now realized that the marks were not coming anymore. So it stopped coming at night.
Yeah.
So during the day, I don't pray because I'm busy doing one thing or the other. I just don't even have the time. And then guess what, Auntie B? Before my very eyes, my skin was separating. right before my eyes. And this is not even a joke. The scratches were coming on, and I was looking at my hand like this, and I could see the scratch, a fresh new scratch coming on, 4 fingers, before my very eyes during the day. And I was awake, I was looking. When all sorts of things can be. Is it birds? You know, this UK, there are a lot of birds around.
Yeah.
Crows. Is it birds? Is it crows? Is it cats?
Thank you.
They will come. They will face.
Kate, God bless you. Some of you are spiritually inclined. Kate, say devil doesn't need visa to visit you. All of you looking for camera.
They don't have spiritual boundaries. Yes.
You want to use camera to catch spiritual cat, Abby?
Auntie B, is it the one of is it the one of incantation? He's been saying the incantation for so long. Anytime he says that incantation, I just used to get very aggressive. Stop that thing you're doing. Stop that thing you're doing. Stop it. But not knowing that when I'm doing that, it's like my head is trying to reject whatever he's saying. It was my own way of protecting myself without even knowing. As soon as the incantation is said and done, Auntie B, it's like the memory is wiped off my head. For 8 years, I couldn't go back to him once to say, that thing that you say, why do you say it? Can you stop it? I never addressed it because
that's part of it. That's part of it.
I always forgot. Once he said, I was like a clock or a robot that has been wind or rewinded back, and that's what it was. So once he sees I'm beginning to get myself back, then he knows that it's due. It's time for him to say it. Because of this, Auntie B, he couldn't pick up jobs anywhere.
Everybody is telling you.
If they tell him to travel, he can't travel for work. He needs to stay close by because of the incantation. Yes, Auntie B, it's not only that one. Both of the sex. Anytime we have sex like this, it's as if somebody has drained the very essence of me. You don't even understand the kind of essence I'm talking about. Because I was suffering. I had health issues at that point in time. I was taking lots of medication. I was pumping my system medication. That one is different. The weakness and tiredness I feel there was different. I was diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome. So that was even different from the kind of drainage I'm talking about, Auntie B. By the time I went to the GP said, are you anemic? I said, why should I be anemic? Nothing is wrong. They said the kind of anemic, I was 6 months, I need to be on medication for 6 months. And I have to be using it consistently and persistently because this one, it don't reach another level. I said, what?
Wow. Everybody in the comment section is saying that you have to come back and tell your story. What do you have to say to my sister, Abby, so that we can move on to Adewale? Adewale, my brother is waiting.
Auntie B, wait. I was a size 26. When the deliverance started, within 2 weeks, I became a size 8.
You were 26. You were that big?
Yes, I was that big. Within 2 weeks, I became
with your voice, I've always
thought
that. I always thought that you are one skinny girl like that. You've always you reached 26 in your life.
26, yes. 26. When the deliverance started, I became a size 8 in 2 weeks. People were shocked. See jaws dropping. Are you okay? What did you do to yourself? I didn't do anything.
Fasting.
It's not fasting in 2 weeks. What kind of fasting? I said, what kind of fasting you want to do in 2 weeks? That you don't want that kind of weight.
I don't know. Rao, you need to come back. Come back. I've been telling you this. Every time you keep telling your story bit by bit. Oh yeah, I talked to our sister Abby. She's listening.
Auntie Abby, we are a testimony. We are testimonies. In fact, that incantation that you said, the jazz is real. And I've experienced it firsthand. There are things that happen. My point at the end of the day is, I just thank God for your life. And you are a testimony.
Thank
and
you.
the heights that you've achieved. And I'm so happy that you're able to say your story. Because the thing is, a lot of people drown in naivety.
Yes.
In my own case, I didn't know. I had absolutely no idea.
Yeah.
I'm not a member of MFM, but it was only MFM prayers that was the only thing that was countering this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I joined MFM too.
In the same house, they were throwing arrow at me. I was firing me back, and we're in the same house.
Hey.
Sleeping on the same bed.
This one is the battle of
Bakassi
Peninsula.
We were now dragging paracetamol in the house and ibuprofen in the same house. In the same house, it was firing back. Arrows were flying back and forth. In fact, I just thank God because I believe that we are alive today and we've gone through what we've gone through for a reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
And and it's also a learning, is a learning process, and it's a way to teach other people as well, people that haven't gotten involved at all. Because trust me, naivety is worse than illiteracy.
Yeah.
Is worse than illiteracy. And you can make a mistake that would take your life down to zero,
Yeah.
death even. So it's a
Yeah.
testimony, and
Yeah.
I'm so happy you shared your story, and greater heights to greater heights to greater
Amen.
heights, more or
Amen.
less, in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Come back and share your story, Rao. Come back. We'll keep hearing bits and pieces of this story. Spiritual minister, spiritual prefect, we want you to come and tell your story. Okay? Thank you for encouraging our sister, Rao. I love you. Adewale, you're welcome.
Good evening, Auntie B. How you
Hello.
doing?
I'm fine, my love. How are
Good
you?
evening. I'm fine. I'm fine. Good evening, Mrs. Abby. Thank you for sharing your story. I guess we're all going to learn a lot from your story, but I just want to talk about the submission part of her story because I think in our culture, that submission thing is something that we misunderstand like so much that
Yeah.
a lot of people just say, like, I think when I actually watch like pastors talk about marriages, the only thing I always hear is the woman has to
Yeah.
submit.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
never talk
Yeah.
about the guy's side. And
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
the
like this is
man
how
that's the king. The woman has
this is
no
how I
crown.
understand submission. I think that word should be replaced with cooperation. Like
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
actually what it means. That you
Yeah.
have to cooperate with your spouse, with your husband, like in hopes that it's leading you to somewhere great. And that like it's a union, you're a team. But in our culture, I think submission is just synonymous with accepting whatever the man does without questioning him. We just do what
Yeah.
he says, and that's final. That's why
Yeah.
we,
Yeah.
that's fine. This is what I always say. The man has to be worthy of that submission. If he's not worthy of it, you like don't even associate with him. It's just like if a guy has to ask you, you have to submit to me, you have to
Yeah.
do this, you have to
Demand
do
it.
that.
The demanded
That's
submission as if you are demanding pounded yam and a goosey soup.
exactly a demanded submission is like how do I call it? It's synonymous to slavery. I
See,
think
this is what I
that's
know, Adewale. You see, most Nigerian women, not all of them, but most Nigerian women or African women, when a man is good to them, he's loving, kind, caring, providing, you don't even need to ask for submission. It will just come
exactly.
naturally.
It comes naturally.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Very
Exactly.
natural because we are raised to submit.
Yes.
Submit.
That is the
Exactly.
raising. But we are
Exactly.
saying now, need to earn it. I can't submit to, and
Exactly.
it gets me so angry when they are not just saying you should submit to your husband now, they are saying to submit to every man. People don't even understand
Exactly.
who will tell you I'm a man. Don't you know I'm a man? I have a
You
woman
have to
like you in
submit
my
to me.
house. So
Yeah. Hmm.
in Nigeria, they will tell you that. Thank you,
So
Adewale.
yeah, you're
Hmm.
welcome. So please, Mrs. Abby, please don't go back to him.
No,
It might
thank
it
you.
might pop up in your head once or twice. I'm very sure it's gonna come up in your head once or twice, but just
No,
think
I don't
about your
think so.
children.
Never.
So
Hmm.
yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Like that
Thank you,
aspect
my
of
love.
submission is just he
Yeah.
has to be worthy of the submission. If he's
Hmm.
not worthy of it, you can't just give it to him. Like
Hmm.
someone that wasn't even working. I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah, so
He
that's all
lost
I
their
wanted to
house.
say.
House that is worth over $150,000. He lost it.
He wasted everything. That's
Everything.
that's really, really sad.
Not to talk of the one he took to Nigeria to go and waste because he want to
That's
be
really sad.
daddy was senator, fake senator that he didn't even enter the race.
Politics
Thank
is
you,
not just about
Adewale.
money in Nigeria.
Yeah, he was just going to live up. He was just going to live. He was living it up with Auntie Abby's money. She was the one working. He was the one living the life. But today now, Uncle, that's why people have to know that he who comes to equity must come with clean hands. He had all that money, he wasted it. He was a homeowner
Yeah.
in Canada. Today now he cannot pay rent.
Yeah.
Ló bá
Yeah.
tán,
Mm-hmm.
ìtìjú bá dé.
Mm-hmm.
Now he cannot go to Nigeria.
He's
Asheni
living.
Sherai.
He's living in a basement now.
Can you see that? Can you
And we are
just see
living in a
that?
mansion. The house we bought the house then of 2000. We bought it 500,000. We bought the house.
500,000 house
Yes,
owner. That's when you bought it. By the time the bank took it, it would have been more than that.
of course. Ourselves when we do appraiser, the money we have on top of the house at 2011 is 150,000.
Not
They
the
are
cost of the
peasant.
house, so that's just to remortgage.
Yes, exactly, to remortgage, exactly.
Now he's living in the basement and he cannot even pay the
Basement,
rent.
yes. It's living in the basement and even in an environment that he will never dream of, I will never pray for it. Even his own children, they said no way.
You see life. So let's be careful. Oh. Let's be careful.
Yeah.
I've got Ade. Hello, Ade.
Hello, Auntie B.
That is
Hello,
so
welcome,
unique.
my sweetie.
Hi, good afternoon. It's so nice or good evening. It's so nice to be on the call. I'm calling from the UK, first time on the
You're,
call. And
you're
I'm
welcome,
so
my darling.
glad, thank you, Ma. I'm so glad I've listened today because I think it's genuinely the leading of the Holy Spirit. My
Hmm.
story is a combination of Sister Abby and Ro. And
Really?
it is, and it's not yet time to tell this story, Auntie B. I'm quite young. I'm in my early 30s.
Hmm.
That's why I'm surprised.
Hmm.
Yes.
Hmm.
And I think the first thing I'd say is Nigerian girls are raised, especially Yoruba, they are raised sometimes to be quite naive. We're sold that narrative that if you're a good girl, if you do things right, if you're homely,
Yeah.
that equates to meeting a good man,
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
And I'm still in the situation. And I was listening back to one of the call where Rose said she prayed for 3 months, midnight, like she was going at it like 1 to 3 a.m. And I've decided to stop crying
Hmm.
and take that approach and fight. So
Hmm.
I used
Hmm.
to work in contracting in financial services. I'm in the UK. And ever since I was 18, I've never been out of a job. And I knew something was just not right with me.
Hmm.
So I started praying. It's like you're about to say onodi, the
Hmm.
door
Hmm.
gets closed. I think that's one thing God blessed me with. Every place I hand my CV, as soon as they see my name, I know without a shadow of the doubt I'm getting that job. And I dated this guy, and I have my fault to play in that. I overlooked all the red flags.
Mm-hmm.
I acted as if I
She's
could be
right.
good enough,
She's right.
Hmm.
if I could be good enough, if I could be
Hmm.
Christianly enough, if I
Mm-hmm.
could
Yeah. Yeah.
try to improve his life, he would
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
at least, have something. I'm a homeowner. At age
Hmm.
29, I bought my first home. I was going to buy the second one by 31. So what happened was just after a period of dating this guy, I
Yeah.
slept one day and I dreamt that I lost my home.
Ah.
I slept another day, I dreamt that there were just snakes around me.
Hmm.
And that was a very weird dream. And
Principalities.
we both walked in the same place. And I woke up, I told him, like, I dreamt, I had this dream. He kept quiet. But my spirit was really troubled that day. But because I was so far away, and this is another thing, let's not play with prayer. Let's not pray with prayer. If you've been brought up in a Christian or Muslim household, you need to hold through to prayer because it would minimize your exposure to these elements. The Bible already says it. We wrestle not against flesh and
Flesh
blood,
and
but
blood, but against
principalities
powers
and
and
powers in
principalities.
high places.
Mm-hmm. And
So
somebody
I
will still
think
come and say there's no juju.
and I used to be of that. I think after a while, my life was so comfortable that I really prayed. I was always working as well. I was always at work. So I
Hmm.
was so far away from the serious prayer life. And I always say this that I think this story and just listening to yours as well, Auntie Abby, it's just a realization that it's a time for reawakening. It's a time for us to come back to God, to pray more. Anyway, after I had that dream, I told this person about it, and he didn't see anything. And 2 3 months later, I don't know why, just before the lockdown, I left that job. The job was a contract job. It was paying well. I was happy there. Everybody loved me. I left the job to go to another job. And things went downhill from there. And after a series of prayer, usually 2 months at most, if not anything, I would get another job. I couldn't get another job. All my colleagues that I know better that or I'm good at in comparison at work, they already moved on to better contract roles. So after a while, I spoke with this man of God who told me that there is a person I've dated that has put an embargo on me. And when he said it, I really didn't believe it, because the way I genuinely liked, I used to tell the guy, like, I wish I gave birth to you. That's how much I love you. There is nothing you can ask me for that I wouldn't do.
So it was just dating, not marriage.
We were just dating, no, Auntie B. But this guy
Ordinary dating.
ordinary dating. This guy used to see how I used to get calls for work, how they treated me so special at work. I could throw a tantrum at work that I don't want to work on this case. They will quickly carry the case away from me and be petting me. So he saw all of that, and the Holy Spirit was pointing me to a few things. The way he look at me with hatred sometimes. I genuinely don't know why I stayed, Auntie B. It's now, like later on, that I started thinking, why did you stay? Anyway, when the man of God said, go and talk to the guy, because when that man said it, I was like, really? Like, come on. At that point, I still didn't believe Juju was real. Like, what's the meaning of this?
When you say that you are still going through it, Ade, what do you mean? You didn't even marry him.
What I mean is, I'm still not back in contracting. I've got a job now.
Yeah.
I'm still not back where I want to
you mean you haven't recovered from
I'm
the
not
what you went
recovered.
through? Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
But
But you
I
are
am
not with him anymore.
no, I blocked. See, in fact, about
Ordinary dating. Nneka, God bless you, my darling.
one and a
Nneka,
half
you know I
years
love you.
ago, I think I was just tired of everything. I just said, in fact, I broke up with him, and then I called him back to beg. But
Were
he
you
didn't.
living together?
Auntie B, plenty mistakes. Yes, living together in my house just so that he could put money together to buy his own property, so that he won't feel it's that much of a big deal. I was dating to marry, but I think that's also another mistake. Date and open your eyes. Close your legs, open your eyes.
Is he a Yoruba person as well?
Yes, he's just as young as me.
Mm-hmm.
Just as young as me, 1 year older than me, but he didn't have anything. He didn't have anything. I can say I dated down, usually, and I compromised. And that is something, young ladies, anybody listening on this call, need to take into consideration. Before you make moves, people are becoming more and more wicked. Your kindness cannot do it. Your love is not enough. Even your money is not enough. So after all of this, I called him to beg. He was laughing on the phone. That was when it dawned on me that this person has really done this.
Somebody says an exchange of destiny.
Yes. So you know what? I've decided, Auntie B, I have enough crying. I think after the begging, I just became depressed. For almost the last 1 year, I was just crying.
Because of ordinary boyfriend left you.
No, it's not even that. Because of the spiritual implications of what he's done.
It's done to you.
Because I couldn't believe that people could be this wicked.
Oh, yes.
Because when I called him, he was laughing. He was really laughing on the phone.
Yeah. When the Bible says that men should love their wives, there's a reason. Women, stop loving.
Stop loving, ladies.
The Bible didn't tell you to love. All of you that you want to love, and you say you loved him, you used to tell him that you loved him like a child. You felt like he was a child. He's not your child.
Auntie B, I have to come back and tell this story when everything is done.
Okay, when you are ready, we're here, Adi.
Thanks, everybody. Sister Abby, thank you. I've listened in today, and it's giving me more courage. I've listened to what Rose said, and there's a reason why I'm on this live today.
Yeah. Is this your first time of being here?
Sorry? No, it's not. I usually listen in later. I play back later.
Okay.
But today is the first time I've joined the live, and there's a reason for it.
You will get back all you've lost. Don't worry, okay? The Lord will not leave you, will not depart. Look, nobody, the day you know is the day that you get your freedom. Okay?
Yes. Yeah.
You can't take your destiny. Nobody can take anybody's destiny. Pray it and get what belongs to you back.
Amen.
If a thief has come to steal, as the Bible says that the devil, the enemy has not only come to steal but to destroy.
That was the first
whatever
thing
belongs
that came
to you.
my mind.
No, take
And
it back.
I
You
had
can
to
take
think
it back.
about it. I thought about it that if this is also a lesson, anybody religious, if you don't stray so far from God, sometimes you can prevent the extent of the damage. So it's a lesson. It's not too late. For me, I believe so. There's a reason why there's God. There's a reason why there's
Yeah.
redemption.
Yeah.
I've chosen
Thank
to
God.
start it
You
out.
came out, you didn't have any children, you didn't marry him, so
And that chronic fatigue syndrome, Rose said, I'm still experiencing it. It's weird, Auntie B. I used to be a heavy gymmer. I would
mm,
go to the gym morning and night. I lift weights. But these days, to stand up for 5 minutes, just to wash plates, I'm
you'll be tired.
sweating. I'm
Yeah.
breathless.
Yeah. Ro is she's our spiritual prefect. We have a WhatsApp group, by the way, in the UK. Take my number, so I'll
All
link you
right,
up with her. She has
all right,
some resources she can share with you in
all right,
terms of prayers. I'm
all
serious.
right.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes,
take my WhatsApp and contact me later on. So I'll link
all
you
right.
up. Ro has got a lot of resources prayer wise, and you know how to pray your way out of this because
Yeah,
she's a living testimony by the grace of God.
of
Thank you,
course.
my darling
No
Ade.
problem. Have a good evening, ma.
It is well
Bye.
with you, my love. Women go through a lot, so my people. As this one is talking, others are saying their own in the comment section. Ah, wo long. Kò yẹ kó le tó báyìí. It's not supposed to be this hard. Mbasi, my sister, you're back. Hey. Mbasi, are you there? Unmute yourself, love. Okay, it's like
Okay,
Mbasi
okay, okay, okay. I'm here.
has
I
still
was,
moved on.
oh my God, no, I'm not back. I'm still where I am.
Okay.
But you know what? Sister B, Mr. Abby, right? Sister Abby, God
Yeah.
bless you. May God continue to protect your soul. May God continue to protect your children. You are a woman of strength. And I really thank God for you, for your life, that you come out and having to tell the story. And I hope that people learn from this. But because our experience is what will help us to, in most cases, become a better person. And sometimes people have to experience things for themselves. Other people have to learn from other people's experience. I hope that for some other people that they haven't gone through this yet, I hope that they learn from what you just share with us this evening, because this is gold. If people are really listening and that they are taking notes, and wherever they are in their journey, to know that there is light always, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. It's not the end of the world. If this is not working for you right now, don't think it's the end of the world. It's not. There's always just put step one in front of the other. Set a goal. Find a way. Do things that make you happy on the side. Don't worry about what people are saying about what do they think, like,
Yeah.
especially if you already get to a certain age and with experience. Don't worry about what other people are thinking or what do they say and this and that. And I think you always say that all the time, to always believe in yourself and trust your God, because you are the one in that situation.
There's
And
some
for
there's some noise in your background. Ewo.
yes, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Are you at work?
uh yeah, I'm kind of, so like,
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go just now, but
All right.
most importantly to say, God bless you, and we'll continue to pray for you and continue to thrive in the goodness of
Amen.
Almighty.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you, Mbasi. Thank you very much. We'll talk again soon. Oh my God, the abroad life is not easy. Walk, 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 walk. Eliora. Hello, Eliora. Unmute yourself, sweetie. Always unmute yourself once I add you so you can just speak right away. Hello. Good evening. Eliora, are you there? I can't hear you, sweetheart. Okay, I'm going to move on quickly because of time. I've got you, Buki. Bukola, you're welcome
Yes,
to the
I'm
show.
here. I'm here.
Good
Thank you for
evening.
adding me in.
You're welcome.
I just want to say a couple things. I think that women, once you have a child from a previous marriage, or if you've been married before, we tend to take a lot of crap that we shouldn't take in our next
Yeah,
marriage.
because you think it's doing you a favor.
Yes.
But when
So
women marry men who's had children, it doesn't. It's not
exactly,
the same thing.
exactly. I'm gonna share just a quick story. So when I married my first husband, he was very physically abusive, and I didn't really take that very well. I'm a very tiny person, very skinny, and I'm like, I'm not gonna let you come and kill me in this house. I have I have a son with me. The marriage literally in a span of a year. I mean, we had a lot of physical issues. I left that marriage with my son, and then I got married again. This time around, I married Oyinbo. And I'm saying this because I think sometimes we look at Nigerian men and we're like, oh, marry somebody else. People are people everywhere.
No, we've had people who've come to share how Igbo people abuse them.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So,
abuse is not limited to any tribe or any culture or religion.
absolutely.
It's just
With this
people.
Oyinbo, when I first
Mm.
met him, he was very, very nice to my son. Um, and I have another son with him. And everything was fine in the beginning. Towards the end, I started noticing some behavior, like very, very, very aggressive behavior, everything. And obviously, even though I like to consider myself an independent person, I've been here for a while. I'm a little bit more Americanized than most, but still, that thing at the back of your mind, that Ninja mentality, like, you had two marriages, who's going to be with you? Everything I thought I would not take from the previous one, I took from this one.
Again,
Yes, including because at this time it's kind of like, okay, you marry black, it didn't work. You marry white, it
very
didn't work.
white.
What are people going to say? It's you. Obviously, it's not them, you know? So, everything from physical to verbal to financial abuse. But one thing, and obviously, as African women, I do like the way we're raised because we're raised to be independent, we're raised to be hardworking, but the mentality of just this carrying men on your head, it's gotta stop. This,
Yeah,
what will people say? We
yeah,
have to get away from that.
yeah.
Anyway, as my first son started to grow up, and this man was very verbally abusive. He almost started picking on my son from my previous marriage, even though I met him when my son was like 5 years old. He was a good guy to him. And all of a sudden, he just started being really abusive towards him. And I'm like, no, that's not going to happen. I'm sorry. A lot of women will probably say, oh, let me save my marriage and ignore what he's doing to my son. I'm sorry. I was raised by a single mom. A man will come and go. My children are my children. They are children. You
Hmm.
will not be verbally or doing anything to my child. Me, I'll be looking at you like that. No, it's not gonna happen. So anyway, he was verbally cursing out my child and everything. We had a huge fight that day. The next day, his own son did something, and he looked at the child and said, "That's why you are skinny like that."
That's the song you have for him.
Yes. So now, not only are you very, I mean, with my first son, he's a teenager now. Teenagers can be a little difficult to deal with,
Yeah.
even though I had my son's back. But in the back of my mind, I was like, you too, you talk too much, why are you doing this, blah, blah, blah. But then when he did it with his own son, the next day I went to file. I'm like, no, whatever rubbish that I want to take as an adult, whatever I want to do with myself, even if my head is not correct for myself, it must be correct for my children. You will not start looking at my child and calling him skinny. You want to give him insecurity at what age?
Hmm.
You know? So I filed for divorce. Meanwhile, during that time, we live in New York and we were looking to buy a house. So one thing I learned from my first marriage is don't have joint accounts with any man
Mm-hmm.
because that one was a real weary, like real Yoruba weary man. So anyway, with this one,
It's a
I
real
didn't have
Yoruba
a
with a man. This
yes,
one
I
is
didn't
real
have a
Oyibo with a man.
I know.
Only
So
you
I
waka
didn't.
come. You jam
Now
two with
only
remain.
now only meals is big. Anyway, so we had separate accounts because when I left my first marriage, I left with nothing.
Hmm.
Like I walked out of the house and I left with nothing. Anyway, so we started saving for a house, right? And in New York, New York is really expensive. So for some reason, he wants to live inside New York. I'm like, there's no way we can afford it. I don't even like the schools anyway. Let's move to like White Plains or somewhere a little farther down. So we started saving money. I'm like, you save this much every month. I'll save this much every month. Every month I'll be checking with you. Have you saved the money? Yes, 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 yes. Finally, the day came. Meanwhile, we're cleaning up credit, we're doing all the stuff. The day came that I saw a house and we were supposed to go sign, put the earnest money, everything down. He started screaming, no, I want to live in New York. The point is, he didn't have that money saved up. He wasn't saving any money, even though he was making money.
Hmm.
One day, when I was at the house, he's in the medical field. So I saw a bunch of syringes inside our closet. And I don't know why. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't know anything about socially. I'm actually very, very awkward. So it didn't really make sense to me. So I saw a bunch of syringe. And I'm like, what is this syringe for? I was like, oh, I'm in the medical field. If we go out, they can let us use our syringe. Why in the hell would you go to a hospital and they will tell you to bring your own syringe? Anyway, I
What's it doing
left
with
that one.
syringe? What's it doing with syringe?
Syringe, like injection.
Yeah, what's it doing with that? Was he using?
Yes, but
What
I
was
didn't
he
know at
using?
that time. I have no clue.
Ah.
I have no clue. So anyway, another time, he locked himself in the bathroom, and I was washing clothes. I like arranging clothes when I'm on the bed so I can watch YouTube or whatever. This guy locked the room for almost like 15 minutes. What are you doing in there? Finally, I was able to open the door. He had finished whatever it is that he was doing, and then I saw a burnt spoon
Hmm.
in the
Oh, that's
house.
bad.
Yes,
That's
I saw a
bad.
burnt spoon in the house.
No, that's bad.
And I did not know what that meant. I took the spoon and I washed it and I put it back in the kitchen because I had no clue what that was. But his
Wow.
behavior became, where would I learn that from? In Nigeria, they just raise us to be really,
But you live in the US. How didn't you know what syringe means in the bathroom?
who, who
You
would
were
I,
that.
naive and I don't know. Who would I be moving with that would teach me how to do something like that?
No, I mean, you would have seen it in movies or something, heard
I
about
am
it, read about it.
That's why I'm sharing this so other people can learn. When I
Okay.
tell you that I did not know what that meant, I honestly did not know. In fact, I just took the spoon. I was like, okay, maybe these children burnt marshmallow or something. I
Yeah.
took the spoon, washed it, put it back in the kitchen. But his behavior started getting more and more aggressive. So one day and then I thought to myself, this is not normal. Maybe there's some mental things going on. And I started Googling and, doing questionnaires on his behavior and everything. The questionnaire now shows that that person could be using. Everything just started clicking.
Somebody is asking in the comment section, you are not alone, Buki. What does syringe means in the bathroom? It means that the person is using
Hmm.
drugs. Okay? It means drugs. All right,
So
because spoon is
exactly.
what, especially people that are injecting, that's what they use to burn all the stuff that they inject into their vein so they can get high. Thank God for
Yeah.
all the people in the comment section that, how can you not? Anyway, people don't know that. I know that now. Okay, right.
I know now, but I didn't know then. But anyway,
Okay.
so after I found that on Google and I started doing more research about behavior. Like if somebody is using, what does their behavior look like? And
Mm,
literally everything to a T. The aggressiveness, the money problems,
yeah.
having problems at work. This guy, I'll be talking to him, he'll be sleeping.
A lot of people say they don't know.
It will be sleeping, but he also works long hours. He's in the middle. I don't want to say what he does, but
Yeah,
people who work
yeah,
like 12 hours, you kind of
yeah.
figure it out,
A
right?
lot of people, even in healthcare or people who work in finance, stressful jobs, they do. They
Yeah.
use drugs. That's the truth.
So um I'll be talking to him, he'll be sleeping. Me, I didn't know he was dozing off.
This is
I thought it
Oyibo
was
husband, my people.
yes, so.
Keep
So
up with the
anyway,
story. You keep asking questions of things she said. All right. Bookie, sorry.
okay, that's fine. So once I found that out, meanwhile, I'd already started fighting for divorce. It just escalated the whole divorce. Meanwhile, I didn't have any proof to show court. I already took the spoon and washed it. Syringe was not in the house anymore.
Yeah.
But what
You
I'm
said I took
saying
the
is,
spoon and washed it.
yes, I had no clue what that was. All I'm saying, but I'm sharing this so that because a lot of time we talk about behavioral issues and we don't know that there could be spiritual implications to this, there could be psychological situations to it,
Yeah.
and it could just be a drug issue. Some of these
Yeah.
guys, there was one
Ben.
person that called out that day and said the husband was doing it good, and people are asking, oh, well, is that not supposed to calm down? I think you even said it's not
Yeah.
supposed to
I
calm
said
down.
it too. Yeah.
Yeah, it depends. It depends
No, a
on
lot
what
of
the
people
hell
gave
is
me
cooking
answers
in
to
his
it.
body.
Yeah. They told me in the comment
Yeah,
section and even in the when we posted it, a lot of people explain how it works and now I understand fully.
exactly.
It's not calming nothing. You
Yeah,
become very irritable, you develop mental
very
health issues
irritable.
even. Mm,
Money issues. So sometimes when we look at people and we're like, oh, they're spending money, you don't know what they're spending their money to. Because I don't know how somebody will go to Nigeria with $200,000. And I'm not
yeah.
saying that this person is doing this, but I've never called into the show. But as this sister was talking, I was like, let me call in because sometimes we just shouldn't be looking at people's behavior or you know the way they were
Mm.
brought up.
So you're
There's
thinking
so
that
many.
maybe that could be something that was involved as well.
I don't know, but in my case, it took me
Mm.
years to
To
find
find
out.
out. Yeah.
But this is a
Okay.
platform where we're sharing, and
Yeah.
it's not just opening your eyes to behavioral issues. I don't know what this world is turning to, but for
Yeah.
young girls, we've got to pay attention to these things.
Yeah. Thank you very
Um,
much. Okay.
after we got divorced and everything, till today, he still has money problems. I don't know how
Of
you are
course.
working.
No, because it's expensive to buy that shit.
Yes. I don't know how you're working. The other day, my son was like, "Oh, buy me this toy." He said, "You wait till payday to get it."
No, it's expensive. It's not cheap, my sister. Mm.
So anyway, I'm sharing this story because I really, really like this platform. I've never called into the show, but I think that as women, especially like African women, the
Yeah.
way we're raised, we're just so naive. We don't know anything.
Yeah.
All we know is go to school, get good grades, be nice. It doesn't
Yeah.
work in this world.
Yeah.
Like I, I wish that I was one of those kids that grew up in Ajodule where their eye don't tear finish.
When you
Like,
grow up on the streets, you
I,
learn a
I'm
lot.
telling you,
You
I'm
are
telling
street
you, I
smart. Yeah.
that life, that life
It's not an easy
literally
life as well, so don't
is
wish
not.
for it. No, it's
I
not.
know,
It's
I don't
not.
wish for it, but
No.
sometimes when you belong to a different, I guess, group a, co- um or class, I guess, in Nigeria, the more naive you are, the more sheltered you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we have to teach our children.
Yeah.
One, what
Absolutely.
people will say, throw that out the door.
Yeah.
This is my second divorce. If
Mm.
somebody says, what you fuck meji, wala ti gbogbo yín nìyẹn, all of you, your
What do
mother, your
you
father,
care?
all of
Guys,
no,
see?
like,
Bookie,
gbogbo, listen,
have you
anybody,
ever seen a man that let me tell you something? The last show I did here on Tuesday, the guy called me today. I'm going to give you guys an update later. Kuku mommy, I like closure. I will give you an update. And he said, all the things that Comfort told us is a lie. Oh, it's a lie. He's lying against him. This is my third marriage. This is my third
mm,
marriage. I say, eh? I say, what did you say? He said, it's my third marriage.
Idiot.
since me, at this point in my life,
My point
Honestly,
is
even
that, sorry, Buki, my point
mhm,
is that nobody ever asks a man how many times he's
yes,
been married, okay?
they don't.
So you shouldn't have to feel bad because it's your second divorce. It doesn't matter. It's your sanity, your
Yes.
safety that matters. Same way I said
I'm
it to her in that last show that having children, I want to have my children in one. It's good, it's desirable, but at what
mhm,
cost? At what
Yes.
yes.
expense?
Hmm.
Yes.
Hmm.
Now I understand that. I'm not gonna lie. At some point during my divorce, it crept back in my head. I was like, oh my God. And then I was talking to one of my friends, and she's like, are you sure? People will say, can you come? And she's
Crossover
she's
anybody,
Nigerian too.
don't
You
you
know what I
find you
told
want
her?
some? Mm,
You know what I told her, Sylvia? I said, and the person that is saying it to, their father,
mm.
their mother, their yala yaba banla.
I like that. You turn to
I
Omajodule now. You
don't
turn to street now.
care.
You are street now. You are not doing
Yes,
cash again. All that
I don't
Americano has
care.
flied out of your mouth now. Now you are streets.
Yes, I don't care. I'm not
It's
going
your
to marry the
safety.
first one, let him beat me, die. What will happen to my child?
Yeah.
Second one, this one is
Àwọn
doing
people
weary.
torí Ọlọ́run ṣọ́rọ̀ yín sí mi ní ẹ̀dẹ̀ fi mí lẹ̀ torí
Exactly.
Ọlọ́run.
And now at the end of the day, my sole priority would be what will people say? I beg,
Mm.
I beg, I beg. Let them talk.
Let them talk. Marry the
Let them
third one if
talk.
it makes you happy. But this
I
time around,
don't
just
care.
be open your eyes, shine your eye, and
Yes.
make sure that you learn lessons from the last two. That's
And
all.
I'm saying that to say this. The
Mm.
mentality of what will people say? I've had a child before.
Let
I've
it
done
die.
clinic on before. Let me tell
Mm.
you something. Your peace of mind, your money is more important than any man. As I am right now, I am having sex with my money.
Ó parí o.
I am making love with my money and my peace of mind.
Ló bá tán. Say she's
I
making
don't
love.
need any man for anything. I
Oh, it can
just recently
happen. It's
started.
not to say that there are not good men out there. There are.
No, I know
Yeah.
that. But since we have to share this because this has been ingrained in our heads since we were little. We have to let people know this.
Yeah.
I just got a job last year as a vice president. So I've paid my dues in this industry. I'm not going to say what industry I belong to.
Of course.
So I've paid my industry. I'm quote unquote a big girl. If the one thing that makes me
You are Bobo big girls. You are Bobo big
exactly,
girls.
if the one thing that if the one thing that makes me less than a person
Is
is
having
not having I
Mrs.
beg, I know
Title.
they
Mm,
do. I know
mm,
do.
mm.
Okay.
And you
So
know what? Okay, when you come to that position, that's when God now gives you the one that, the one that will give you fun combale. I'm telling you,
honestly, at this point, I'm
it's
not
like
even
that.
looking.
You don't even need to look. When God says
Yes.
it will happen, it will happen. You don't even need to
My
look.
my my relationship status now is my relationship with my children. And I log into my bank account every day and I have peace of mind. And that gives me whatever euphoria that we are getting from these men, which is not much of anything because most of them are just stress.
Mhm.
Most of them
Thank
are
you.
stress.
Thank you,
But
Buki. Thank
anyway,
you so
thank
much.
you for this
Yeah.
platform, Susie.
Yeah, thank you. You're
All right.
welcome. I
Talk
wish you
to
the
you
very
later.
best, Miss Vice President. It is well with you. Thank you for coming. Kate, you joined me today. Hey, I win lotto today. Oh, this one when Kate joined today. Ha. Hmm.
Sister V, I dey house. I
You
am
dey
at
house today?
home.
Eh, welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, we dey round up. We want round up. We don't too take. Oh yeah,
You
round
don't
up.
we in fact I celebrate all of you, and of course, Sister B, you know I love you. I love you. I
Thank
love you,
you.
Scatter. May the Lord continue to lift you up. I'm going to say this to our Zion kings and queens that are not married and that are not yet married. The reason why these stories are shared is so that it will be an eye opener for those who are not who are yet to come into the fold. Okay,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
marriage is beautiful. Oh, Auntie B
Yeah.
can testify. Don't be scared. The reason
Yeah.
why this there was a time Auntie B even brought a couple that came to share the other
Did
beautiful
they
side
watch
of
it? Did
marriage.
they watch it, Kate? That one self no. As there are people here that will testify. If you bring the one that the story is sweet, nobody will watch. They don't like those stories.
But this is not this is an eye opener. And for those that are coming, that are yet to be married, this is the time to soak in everything you're hearing. Know what part. Look, any man, you are not God. You are not
Mm-hmm.
God. You can't change any man.
Can't
So when
change
you see
nobody.
the handwriting, if you're dating a man and the man just he say mistakenly threw a glass at you, Omo, look, don't take it lightly. All right. If you see a man that constantly demean you and you think that, oh, when you get married, things are going to get better, you are not God. You are not the creator of that man. You cannot change that man. The only thing you can do is to take cover. Don't underrate any red flag you see before, during, and after. Don't underrate it. So this my message is to our upcoming, our Zion kings and queens. Because somebody said that she's scared of getting married though, and I said no, marriage is a beautiful thing. Don't get
I,
scared. There are
I
demons
don't need
out
to
in what
encourage anybody about scared. If you are scared, some people say they don't want to watch the stories. Doing this, doing that. Don't watch. I beg.
no, it's not. It's just to give you an eye open. This is in fact, this is a saving grace. This is a time of soaking in and knowing what to take. No, and for those who are in the
Instead
fold
of them to be
already,
appreciative of people
yeah,
quenching the
no,
fire that are bringing themselves here, you come and
mm-mm,
be saying that this thing is scaring me. It's scary. Okay, don't marry.
mm-mm,
If you don't
don't,
marry, it doesn't mean anything. I beg. I'm
don't.
tired
It's
of
not.
telling people about that. I beg. If you sue me, I'm
No,
not your priest.
yeah, no, there are that's the God created marriage, and it's in his intention is that we'll enjoy it. Don't be see. Marriage is God exists and God is good. Devil also exists. Devil, why did God not say outrightly, let me eliminate devil? Whatever has a good thing, there is always a bad thing. So our prayer is just to be sensitive, to be and not to take anything for granted. Like I said, if you see any red flag during relationship, please don't undermine it. Don't
Thank
just sweep
you.
it under the floor, under
Thank
the
you.
carpet. And
Thank
I know that God will lead us to our friends,
you.
that
Amen.
will not give us trouble. I told my husband,
Amen.
I come in peace. I no come to give you wahala. Don't give me wahala. And
Lobaton.
I
Lobaton.
will be with all humility to the glory of God. I've been married for 23 years with 5 beautiful boys. In fact, it is me. I am the one that sometimes I'll say this house is too quiet. Let me pinch
Start
some
making,
buttons. God has been
start making
faithful.
noise. Yeah.
Has been faithful. So let us just not ignore the red flags and keep praying for our loved ones right there. And as usual, I celebrate you, ma.
Thank you. Thank you, Kate. I
Mm.
appreciate you so much, my sister. God bless you. Your marriage will continue to be sweet.
Amen.
Thank
Amen.
you, love.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen.
So we're rounding up now, my people. We've done 3 hours, like joke. Eh? 3 whole hours. Now I don't sit down here. The next story, I don't talk. I don't finish like 2 bottles of water for this matter. Okay, so we are drawing the curtains now. I just have Monica is here and then solution focus, then we close the curtain. I have work tomorrow. Chai, Chineke na God. Monica, Monica, why? Are you there? Monica is not here. Oh. Okay. Solution
I'm here.
focus.
I'm here.
Okay. Monica, why? Talk
Wait,
now.
wait till I do. Good evening. I was not around for a while. Sorry.
No. You don't do anything. Oh. I didn't hear you. How buddy?
I did. Good evening.
Good evening, my love. You're welcome.
Thank you very
What
much.
do you want to talk?
I just want to thank God for the life of Auntie Abby and her son, her children in general, all the kids.
Mm.
Because it's on a life battle, man.
Serious
Imagine
one, no.
the man that once told you I love you come turn to demon for house. Man,
Otumokbo. Heavy Otumokbo. Live one.
wow. It's so crazy, man, how things can just change. The
Mm-hmm.
thing is, the story I took from these old stories, the lesson I took from this old story is, if a man is not up to your level, let's not manage them, I beg.
Abi?
We should stop
Abi?
managing them when they are not up to our level. It's okay.
Mm.
Because men are very selfish. They don't go for what they don't want to. It's women that keep considering, let's consider. Maybe maybe let's do it like this. Men,
She go
they
the
don't
first time she went to
consider.
Germany. She still say no get house, no get paper, no get job, no get anything. Carry am go in friend house. She still put her head. That is a red flag. You see these days, Monica, I tell you, when I see all those girls for social media, they talk say they will never marry a man that is not rich. I say amen to that. Honestly,
Amen, no. Auntie
no, because
B.
this no, you need to declare what you want. Don't be ashamed of it.
Of course now. Somebody told me about no, not be 2 months ago that we should plan our life together. We should restart life. Now say restart where? Meet me where I am. I'm not building with you. Build with you. I be bricklayer. The one where I first build with you, I put around.
Wait till I put her, you bring and come from Nigeria with all your
I
hard
just
earned money.
I told him, I said, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm not building with anybody. If you
Mm-hmm.
cannot meet me where I am, forget it. We should stop building now. Let's stop building these people up. It's okay. They should be man enough and let them wear their trousers. They keep looking for submission. Okay. Be Dangote. We'll know what we are submitting for. Please.
Yeah,
Just thank God for
pity.
our life. I thank God for our life. I thank God for the life of our
Mhm.
children.
Yeah,
I thank God for all she has accomplished this time, you know.
yeah.
Because if not for God, another story. How can
Bring.
somebody just go and take a $5 million insurance? Who you want
Mhm,
key?
mhm. You see the cloth. You see her cloth inside calabash.
I saw it oh.
You see how they take squeezer inside that. Man put am make. Hey.
I
You
saw
see how they
it. I
take
saw
squeezer
everything.
inside calabash.
I
If not
saw
be God,
everything.
I not sure say people understand this sister testimony. Oh.
You know,
Hmm.
some people they are not familiar with Juju now. Me, I'm from Benin. Oh. I know say Juju day. So nobody can tell me Juju no day. It's just the grace of God, you know. Juju day. Just that God is bigger than every other power.
Yeah.
So we thank God for God in our life. We thank
Yeah.
God because I don't understand. This is a
It's well.
woman that helped you, and at the end of the day, you want to pay her like this?
You see what I find out about it? That's why I say women should stop loving. When you love a man more than he loves you, now what did they happen be that?
Yes.
The man should love
Yes.
you. If a man love you, they treat you like that. Now you go they do chakara, you go they do guy. The problem is that we women keep falling for men who don't love us. Now you make him. If a man loves you, will never. Now you go they beg you say
You're very correct. Oh. You're very correct. Now you go the run, they follow you
go they
now.
run, they follow you, but we too they love. Bible not us say me will love, and they talk am all the time. You not talk. Now man is say me he loves you. Stop to the love. Now to love. Who love help?
No, now one of my prayer, I tell God, say, I beg Father, remove the spirit of love again. Take it away from my body.
Ah,
I
Monica,
cannot be loving
you
like
don't love, oh. You don't
ah.
love. You
I
don't do
don't love.
love.
No, the love women love. I don't love for this life and the next life. So this very
Oh my
now what I do,
days.
I respect. Let the man love me. I'll
Hmm.
respect him. He should love me because I
Yeah.
cannot come and die
You
young.
cannot come and kill
You
yourself
know,
over
I
love.
cannot
Love
come and die
one.
young.
Love
Yeah.
one thing. Thank you, my dear Monica. Nice to speak
Thank
to
you
you
so much,
again.
Auntie B, for your
All
program.
right.
Thank
Take
you
care of
so much.
yourself, love. Bye. Okay. We are ending the show right now because we've done 3 and almost an half hour. Solution, 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 focus. I got you. Baby girl. My dancing mania. Oyoyo. My dancing oyoyo. Oh.
I don't know what. Okay.
Solution
Thank,
focus. My dancing oyoyo. Welcome.
thank you, Sister B. Good to see you again today, or good to hear you, not see you. Now your picture with the look, this is your fine picture, all your fire pictures.
Now Birmingham
Well,
be that. I dey go Germany on the 10th. All of una one a day for Berlin. When I come, mo hang.
Sister,
Man, I know say I don't tell you now.
that's nice. So I can't
Next
wait to
week
be
I'm going to
joining
see
you on this
Aduke.
trip.
I'm going to
Oh
see Aduke.
yeah.
We are going to see Aduke next week. On
That's
Berlin.
awesome. Well
Not
done,
Berlin.
though.
Why I keep calling it Berlin? Munich. It's Munich.
Munich. Okay.
Yeah, Munich.
By
Bayern
the
Munich.
grace of God, I will join you on one of this your
Yeah.
trips. Then I will let you know ahead of time. But
Okay.
anyways, um, so me, I go start by saying that, as I dey hear these stories more and more, it's clearer now than ever before. One thing that I'm taking away from it is that women need to go back to their source, man or woman, really. Go back to that is your source is everything, and find your peace and your joy on your own, and hold on to that source and never let go. Because your
Amen.
source, like one caller mentioned, when you hold on, there are so many things that would not come to you, or find its way into your life. That's just a fact. You will eliminate. There's so many things that you will jump. You won't even know that you're jumping. You just be gliding through life. You won't know. You won't know. You'll be wondering. And that's not to say that you're not going to have some type of heartache or so for trying, but it will protect you very strongly against a lot of these things. What I sense is that as women, we're desperate, and because of this pressure that society has put on us and family and friends, and the desperation we also carry for ourselves, we end up with the people that we ought not to be doing anything
Wait.
with.
Yeah.
That's what happens. Desperation is a bitch. Excuse my French. The moment you're desperate for anything, whether it is money, whatever it is, it will mess you up, because once you become desperate, what happens is you release a certain amount of energies, right? You will from without even you knowing, because we don't even understand how powerful we are as human beings. We have no idea how powerful we are, especially as a Black race. We have no idea the power we have on the inside of us. And that is why it is easy for someone, even when you see someone who's very independent, very successful, it is easy to you become prey,
Yeah.
because the devil will he already knows who you are, he already knows your strength. So he will design what is suitable to take the person down. So if you're desperate, right, you've already given the devil the way forward. You have given him a door. Once he smells it, that is it. Even when you pray, you're praying, God, I want a mate. You have to shine your eye. You have to be like a dove, and wise as a serpent. As you are
Somebody said in the
praying,
comment section, Miriam said that when you are desperate, you end up with leftovers.
that is correct.
Said. Well
That
said,
is
Miriam.
absolutely correct. Leftovers even good. You will be left with nothing most times, because you will end up losing everything, because your mental state has been disrupted. Your peace
Because the
has
men
been
you love,
taken.
they end up loving other people, not you.
Exactly. So
They
you're
love
loving
other
on
people, not
empty.
you.
Exactly.
Yes.
So you're loving on empty. Someone who's empty cannot give of himself anymore. He's already filled somewhere. So you'll be trying and trying. It'll be as though it's not enough. So you keep trying and you keep trying. It's as if it's not enough until you exhaust yourself. So going back to the source, and you said it, Sister B, very, very succinctly. Men are to love their wives. It's not the other way around.
It's not
Women
me that
are
said
not
it. It's the
commanded
Bible
to
that said
love.
it.
Yeah, I
It's
know,
not
I
me.
know. I'm
This is what the Bible
acknowledging
said.
it. Yes.
There's a reason why the word of God never lies. There's a
Never.
reason.
Ephesians 35:33. Husbands are commanded to love their wives. Women are to respect their husbands. That is how it's supposed to be. But
African
because
women, we've turned it upside down. It's we that are doing the loving.
exactly. We flipped it on its head. So when the man comes, the man is telling you, if you don't love me, I won't love you. That's bullshit. First of all, the man does not even want anything with you if he comes at you like that. So any man, and when you become independent as a woman and you're doing well for yourself, please keep your peace. Just maintain your peace. Don't go and be looking for what is more than you. God will give you in his time what is perfect for you. If
He
you
makes all
go
things
and use it.
beautiful.
Exactly. If you're going to use
In his
force to
time.
drag it, you will drag rubbish, you will drag dustbin, you will drag nonsense, because God will not give what belongs to his children to pigs. He
Mhm.
does not, he's not that kind of father. Why? He has placed you as a princess, as a queen. You are not bringing yourself down to be struggling with the pigs on the ground. No. So that's the first thing that we need to. This story just crowned it all. Go to your soul, hold dearly to it, every fiber of your being. Do not let any man disrupt your peace. If the man comes and your signals are going off, they are telling you something, so run. Don't wait. Figure it out when you have gotten to your safety. Figure it out then. Don't try to figure it out when you are in the middle of it. God just protected this sister. The protection is what I got. God protected her completely because she had a good mind. She got a good
Yeah.
heart. She didn't know anything. Her hands were clean. Fufunene. That is why she was saved. Otherwise, now another story for the talk. Sometimes I've caught those true crimes and whatever on TV. The way it happens,
He
it's
said, the man they settled down, they watch all those show about how they pay insurance to collect money and all those things, how they set people up, how partners they kill one another. So that I go they plot small, they learn small. My goodness. God really delivers Sister Abby, not be joke.
exactly. So God
Mm.
delivered her. So, and then for those of us, those people in the chat room that are afraid or whatever, see, this channel is not for Lily. If you know that you can't handle the stories, just
Let me
don't
tell
watch it.
them. Just
Do
let me
not
tell
watch
them.
it, please, because this channel is saving a lot of lives. Those of us that want to keep our sanity, when we hear these stories, it makes us wiser. It helps us understand that we are not crazy in our decisions, because I don't take bullshit from any man. I don't care who you are. So listening to these stories is reinforcing, and it has opened my eyes to the fact that God helped me to jump a lot of fire, volcano, without even me knowing.
You
So
know how
please,
many women are on my WhatsApp daily? They'll say, "Oh, Auntie B, I have so many DM. I cannot even respond. Voice message I've not had time to listen to." When people come here to say that these stories are, you know what? I'm beginning to take offense at it, to be honest. Okay. Initially, I used to explain, "Oh, we are not here to do this." I don't, at this point, yeah, because you know what? Oh my, yeah, this is what I found out. Solution focus. You see this problem here? We are not even scratching the surface yet.
exactly.
Every time I come here to do a show like this, I have 10 women waiting to come and share. No joke. 10 waiting. These are people that I've spoken to. We've arranged, we've planned. Okay, I'm just waiting to book them. I'm not talking about the people that are waiting for me to even hear their, have a background, a brief background. I cannot cope. It's too much. So when
Yeah,
you
no,
come here and say
you
this
shouldn't.
story is this, is don't watch, please. Do not watch.
Don't watch. Exactly. When you see it and you feel like, okay, this is too much, just excuse everybody. You don't need
I
to make an
beg.
announcement.
Go to
Just
other channels.
go.
There are other
Go to another
channels.
channel. There are other channels there that it's okay. You can live in a world full of
I don't want
butterflies.
anybody to silence these women, because a lot of women are finally gaining their voice. And when somebody tells me that this story are making them feel one kind, it offends me, to be honest.
There's no need for them to tell you that. They can live quietly. You don't have to announce when you are leaving. We don't need to know. Just go. If you know you can't handle it, leave and go.
These women are finally finding their voice. Some of them will tell me, Auntie B, I've never told anybody this before. This is the first time I'm opening up. And you
Knowing that
don't
we are in a
silence them.
society where it's silence, and they are having the boldness to come forward. And then there's no need though. Please, if you can't listen, go. It's not by force. We are learning. There's a lot of lives have been saved through this channel. So anybody that has any contrary opinion, please keep it to yourself and keep on stepping. We need this channel. We need it to empower women to understand that you don't have. Do you be authentically you? Know who you are. Understand who and whose you are. Stand on it. Hold on to your peace. Don't let any person come and disrupt your peace for nothing. If they like, let them say biological clock is ticking. Let it tick forever. It is God that created the biological clock. It's all this nonsense that has kept women as slaves over the centuries.
Don't let anybody hear. Don't tell anybody. Keep quiet. Deal with it. Don't share. I came here with my heart in my heart the other day, and I told you guys about my friend's experience, about how she bottled things up and where she's landed. So please, women are finding their voice. Let them speak.
Let them speak, please. We don't need all of that because this is saving a lot of lives. And I'm really grateful for this sister. I see the hand of God on her life. The fact that she was able to come out of this untouched. Okay, even though she lost everything she lost is material, she can regain it 1,000 times over.
Oh yes, money is nothing.
Money is nothing.
Money is nothing. You have your sanity. You have your health. You have your children.
You are the richest person. You are the richest person. So hold on to what you have. And the person that was dragging the 8-bedroom, where is he now? Is he not at the basement right now? So what are we talking about?
Sister Abby, are you living in a basement yourself?
No, I'm living in a house.
Well, you see, there we go. So what are we talking about? God really protected you, my sister, because of your heart and your hand. Clean hand, clean heart will always deliver you from any type of thing. But holding on to your God will keep you far from all these non-entities. Yes. I thank God for your life. I thank God you came out of it untouched. There was nothing, no smell of smoke on your body, but your stories to tell. And for sharing your story, you've been empowered and you've empowered others. So that and I'm very happy that your son is doing excellently well, because I was a bit concerned for him. Now he has his own children and he's going to do his life differently because he has seen what the other side can look like. So I give you thanks, because guess what? Your story is victorious. You have a great testimony. And you will continue to strengthen other people that have that are going through the same thing or have been through the same thing, that did not have a voice but now has a voice. So your story is for people. You have a platform, so you're going to stand on that and pull people out of whatever situation they found themselves in. I'm personally grateful for your story, because it has made me understand that really I'm not crazy, and that I should continue to hold on to my peace, because I'm very jealous over my peace. There's nobody that can take that one away from me. I don't care who you are. It's not because I'm the smartest person. It's because I'm like a child. I hold on to God like a child. I don't want to leave him. I don't want him to leave me. If it's going to happen, it will happen. If it's not going to happen, I will jaye me. I'm telling you, I go play loud music.
Oh, so fine. Me too strong. Go and see her on Instagram. If you guys see Solution Focus, this girl, oh yo. Now so she gonna shake that her big hips everywhere. Igba. You don't go kill them. Solution Focus. Thank you so much, my darling.
Thank you, my sister. I love you.
I love you very much, sweetheart.
Take care. Enjoy and take care of yourself.
I will. Thank you,
and
sweetheart.
again, one last thing, love is a beautiful thing. As many as there are terrible experiences out there, they're also wonderful. There are people who are enjoying their marriages, enjoying their relationships. Okay? So it is not something, nobody should take that away. Nobody should say, oh, it's so bad. No, there are people that are really enjoying their life. Oh, and I had the girl that spoke, the young lady that came and said she met someone, her relationship went south and blah blah blah, right? That girl, if she's listening, tell her that she's going to everything.
Her name is Ade.
Ade, okay. Ade, if you're listening, everything you have lost, you will recover.
Amen.
Hold on to your God. Go back to him. Tell him everything. Lay your heart bare and let him know that, God, I'm sorry. I saw whatever. If you saw the sign, tell him, yes, you saw the signs, whatever. You will get it back and much more. This will just teach you to be more cautious. You don't share your body with just anybody. You have to be extremely careful because some
Yeah.
people come in with legions. They have
Yes.
legions, and then
Yes.
you come and deposit those legions in people. They are looking for people to destroy. So you have to be wary. To sleep
Yeah.
with someone is easy, but the after effects can take decades, if
Mm.
not a lifetime, to recover from.
Yes.
So my
That's true.
own personal advice: keep your legs closed and your
Close.
brain sharp and your eye
Amen.
like pepperempe. That is it. I rest
Amen.
my case. Love you guys.
Love
Love you.
you. Solution focus. The very sharp. He said, keep your leg close, your eyes sharp, and your brain pemperempe. You don't have another one today. Get pepperempe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, thank you very much, everyone. Yeah, Sister Abby, we are rounding up now. Well done. You
Okay.
really tried.
Thank you.
Pele. Ekpelema.
Yes, ma. Thank
I
you
hope
so
you're going
much.
to have some rest if you are going to work tonight. From now
Yes.
on, please take your holiday. Oh. Enjoy your
Yes.
life. Oh. Spend
Yeah,
time with
I
your
do
children.
now.
Mm, it is well with you. Thank you for sharing. Like
Yes,
I
ma.
said, a ministry has already started for you, and I have your
Yes.
first candidate already that you are going to, be
Mm.
counseling because you have been through the fire, and by the
Yes.
grace of God, you are still standing, and your
Yes.
testimony will be permanent
Yeah,
in
I'm
Jesus' name.
available. I'm available anytime.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you,
I don't
sister.
want anybody to go through it again. No.
Thank you
Yes,
so
ma.
much. Have a good evening.
Yes,
Thank
ma. Bye,
you.
ma.
We love
Bye,
you
bye.
very much. Thank you. So, my people, we are drawing the curtains here today. Oh. I'm so sorry. One of our members here said that her sister didn't speak up and she's no more today. I pinned it earlier on. I don't know if I will see that comment again. I am really, really sorry about that. Yes, you are not alone. One day I will share my own story as well about my own family member. And you guys will know where all this passion is coming from. And you will understand why I am so keen about speaking up against abuse. Some people think I hate men. I don't. I am married to a man who has never abused me. I've got sons, okay? I have sons. I have brothers. I don't hate men. I don't have anything against men. I always say it here, it is not about gender. The fight is not against gender. It's about abuse. Some women are abusive too. And I've tried to bring, the funny thing is I've tried to bring a man. And when I thought I finally have a man that will come and share, I don't know if it's going to happen because the brother, I said, tell me a little bit about your situation. The brother sent me a note, a voice note. And the way he disguised his voice, it's all this automated. He used all this software that if you can't hear it for even 1-2 minutes, it will be somehow in your body. I say, is this how you're going to speak on the show? I thought you wanted to share. So I don't know if it's going to happen. Everybody is welcome. The battle is not against any gender, it's against abuse. Say no to abuse. Abuse kills, it diminishes people, it strips people of their self-esteem, their joy, their happiness. You should love the person that you are with, respect them, and honor them, irrespective of their gender. Anything else, we say no to it. Mm. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here tonight. I appreciate you very much. We thank God for your life, Sister Abby. Your testimony will be permanent from glory to glory in Jesus' name. Thank you so much, my people. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here tonight. And I will speak to you in my next one. There is no live show on Sunday. Let me just tell you guys that because I know some people sending a message, you're not doing show today. Sunday, no live show. I got harvest. I got my harvest, so I'm going to go to church. I haven't been to church in a long time. Let me go. It will make my husband happy. So let me go. He's rooting for me to go. I don't want to let him down because he's been very, very supportive. So yeah, let me do something that will make him happy because he's a church man, a good church man. We thank God. Thank you everyone for watching tonight. I appreciate you. Give this video a thumbs up. And if you are catching this later, please drop a positive comment. I block all negative comment. Do not judge. Don't judge anybody. Oh, do not judge our sister. This is her experience. She's learned from it. She's been through the fire. She's out like a shining diamond. She's a gold. So do not judge her. Do not abuse her. If you leave any nasty comment, I will block you. And we are going to subscribers only. So if you don't subscribe, no wahala. So all the people that wanted to join our WhatsApp group, if you are interested, we've got everywhere now, to be honest. I can't even name them. Just reach out to me, your name, the country where you are, and if you want to join, that's fine. US, UK, Germany. Yeah, I'll add it to the groups. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a good evening. And I will see you next week. No live on Sunday. God bless you guys. Love you very much. Have a good evening. Give this video a thumbs up. And thank you very much for all the love and support. Bye bye.